bowels of One Half Radio Plaza at Life Media Studios.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Real Country Radio.
Congratulations, Detroit. You can be thoroughly ashamed of yourself. The homicide toll has reached a nice even 750. Details on the latest leveling from Police Sergeant.
Coming up now, we're going to start off the set with...
In the morning.
Bucket-Bloods Tigers could use this guy's talent.
Have you had time to get ready?
I don't waste any time getting ready. I stay ready.
And ready we always are. We are back for another show after the Midwest Winternationals, and I guess as a first piece of business, Cody's not here because he's stuck in a Corrosionator 9000 taking care of salt and snow issues across the Midwest footprint that he covers. And if he can join us, he'll try to. But I want to extend a very warm welcome to what will now be the fourth permanent member of Sidetracked as a show. And we're happy to have him be a part of this. Adam Drought, welcome back to Sidetracked, and welcome forever.
Thank you, guys. Definitely look forward to helping you guys out and helping you reach some of the members here on the East Coast. You know?
Yeah, you do some good things. And, we were reflecting Sunday morning on, I was driving back from the ship. We were talking on the phone and just reflecting on the years we've known each other and the things we've done together. And at one point, the conversation got to like, hey, can I be a part of this? And I was like, yeah. You don't even have to ask at this point. So glad to have you on. I knew that Ryan and Cody wouldn't object, although I did tell you you did have to pass the test, and you did. You're here.
I'm still waiting for the hazing, but
that's coming. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Fight Club on Fight Club.
Exactly.
But we had one heck of a weekend at the Midwest Winternationals, and Clint Tucker is with us, as is the pit boss, Joe Hurd, and there will be some other players that participated in this program over the weekend that will be joining us momentarily. I don't know where the hell Joe went, but I presume that Clint is his usual can't see you self.
Yeah, I'm here.
Figured.
Joe went to go get licorice.
Yeah. Or whatever special Twizzlers brand that are required to appease pit boss.
Right.
No, it went good.
Oh, there he is. He's returned.
There he is.
My wife is more important. I had to talk to her.
I don't.
Fair.
Not going to fight you on that one.
Yeah, I said, nope. She noticed that Joe Hurd wasn't his talkative self. Said, "What's the matter?" I said, "Well, there's a podcast starting and I'm on it." And it's like, "What's all you had to say?" Click. You'll have that.
You'll have that. It happens.
It does.
Charles, Adam, check the text thread. Cody sends his greetings, his love.
I saw it. I wasn't gonna throw it up in there because, yeah, he's in a Corrosionator 9000.
Yeah, he's
and I dislike the version of it that he sent us because it doesn't have a hopper; it has a tank, and I really want to kick him in the nuts.
That poor guy.
I don't know that he has much choice.
He's going through hell right now.
That's hateful. What that shit is. That's awful. That's say goodbye to your rocker panels stuff right there.
Take it away to the junkyard. It's done.
Yep. Yeah. All right, Tucker. So how did it go from your perspective? Now Cody wants to join.
Hello, Mr. Corrosionator 9000.
Hello, what's going on?
We were just casting aspersions on your chosen chariot tonight.
Yeah, no, it's not that. So hold on, I got to get my AirPods connected.
Oh God, waited.
Mr. Fancy.
we're better than this. I promise.
We are. It's just
Nicely done, Joe.
Waiting for you, princess. Take your time.
I'm here. Just
good.
dealing with the snowstorm. So
Yeah, he's actually not kidding. We got smacked.
That's new in the Midwest. Who's never had that before?
Yeah, well, it really kind of picked up right around the commute time home. Commute in Des Moines was messy. I'm sure it was in Omaha too.
Well, we got a snow squall here too, on top of everything. So when your phone alarm goes off and says snow squall, I mean national alerts snow squall. So
first time.
Yeah. Huh?
First time.
The top three of us in this group are well accustomed to like squalls and lake effect.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, I'm normally not on the snow crew, and I'm driving a 1-ton dually with a, I don't know how many gallon brine tank on there, pulling a 900-gallon fuel tank, driving around to the stores and filling up all the equipment tonight. So I did not have to drive a salt truck. I got lucked out, but I don't know. It sounds nice.
Calcium chloride or beet juice?
We make our own brine.
Ah, okay, good.
Yep.
If you said calcium chloride, I was going to say things.
No, we make our own brine. So
it works great on briskets.
Yeah, pretty much.
And turkeys and whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
You try that. Let's see how that works. I'm not coming to your house. I'm not coming to your house to eat. I can tell you that. I'm going to be sick
well,
that night.
then you won't get brisket hash in the morning.
Cook your meat in traction that can yeet.
If it's got brine on it, I'm sure as hell not eating that.
Probably not.
No.
All right, we've had enough small talk and BS.
It'll be plenty salted, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, that happens. All right, let's take it from the top. Tucker.
Yes, sir.
How'd we do?
Good. Really appreciate all the competitors and fans braving the weather. We had pretty good numbers in every class. Start from the track was amazing. They got Travis laid down the dirt. Boys maintained it well. All worked together well. JR's little tool he had on the 4455 did its job keeping the starting line nice and level and even. That took a lot of horsepower every session, and pretty fair. No complaints there. Joe had the pit building perfect, thanks to the building owners, especially on Saturday. It was nice and warm back here most of the time.
Yes, it was.
Great. It was great environment. Everybody's attitudes are really good, even though with all the snow. Fans, we were really surprised with how the attendance on Friday and Saturday during the snow. They showed up, but people up there, it's just part of their day-to-day life. They don't get crippled. And some of the guys from Ohio and southern Indiana, southeastern Indiana said, they chose an alternative path and come up to Fort Wayne and up there on 69. They said it wasn't bad at all. And we went that way home, and you really didn't get very far south on 69 on Sunday. The snow really was just a skiff, kind of like it was over here in Illinois when we got home. So it all worked out good. Thanks to all the help. They did a great job. Sorry the Laura broke her hand day one, but she's tough. She worked through it. And it won't be the last time she breaks her hand.
No, probably not.
I will not. I'll wait till she gets on the show. She's going to join us to comment on that and what a badass she is.
Just dealt with it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it happen. That's what we do. She's a trooper.
But War Room was fun all weekend. A lot of good visiting down there. I think you guys really enjoyed it Saturday. I think there was some AM guys on Sunday morning again. I know my co-pilot was pretty sleepy all the way home, so they had a good time. I think no complaints out of anybody. Everything was upbeat. Everybody's looking forward to next year, and I think we're ready to go. Hopefully we're back in that same spot, but they're trying to work something out. up there to accommodate us for next year. And stay tuned. We'll be pulling 2025 somewhere in January. Hopefully, it's there. Everybody likes it there, and I think the new management stuff, new managers up there are going to do what they can, and Travis is going to do what they can to hopefully have us back. And it that all works out, it'll be great. But stay tuned. You guys are going to do this stuff pretty frequently. The podcast, whatnot. That's how our information gets out. And
Yep.
Of course, our our live stream was phenomenal. Brian did a great job with the live stream. Brent Yaron, I cannot thank him enough for the live results. They were
That kicked ass. That was awesome.
that was perfect. I've heavily recommended that to the people that I work for during the summer that we need to look into that program. That worked. That's nice.
That worked
good
good.
job, Brent. Good
Yeah.
job, Brent.
It was awesome because
Proud of
I could see that on the website back in the pits, and I kind of knew moving people around, it helped me to organize things, because I could see who placed where and what, and it's instant. So that was a big help.
And he was managing that in real time. Like if we had a driver change or whatever, and we became aware of it, there was great information sharing between me, him, Carl, and Shane, and trying to stay on top of and be as accurate as we possibly could. He was very engaged with that. He had the computer right behind him and was all over it the whole time. Brent does a great job, as does Ryan. Could not do this without those guys. It's amazing what they make happen, and their concentration really is what it's all about. They pay attention the entire time. They're not distracted, like some of us can be. They're on it.
There's a squirrel.
Yeah, no, there is.
Squirrel?
Down in the bullpen is like managing chaos. It really is.
It's like herding cats, Charles.
It's worse than herding cats, probably, Joe. We do what we can, but the two with the headsets on, Brent and Ryan, laser focus, and they do a fantastic job. Couldn't do it without them.
And Charles, I got nothing but compliments out of all the three of the announcers. Very intelligent, no bad emails, perfect job. You guys did an amazing job there. Everybody really enjoyed that. Tech guys did a phenomenal job. We had a couple of new tech people, new flag people this year. Did an amazing job. No problems anywhere. So it was just all in all a great event, and we're happy and looking forward to next year.
I could throw something out there too. Jesse posting the photos right after the classes got done. That I absolutely freaking love that. Being able to see who won with the rundowns and stuff like that. Jesse does a hell of a job with that. I've tried to implement that with ESP as well, but with an event like that, everybody wants to know who won. That is so crucial to have that out there. Tractor's not even off the track yet, and photos are already up, so it's awesome.
Yeah, Wyatt Schulte coming in clutch with the comment, and I presume, Ryan, you were the one that threw that up there.
I did.
We didn't reset a sled at all. 6 sessions, never changed it once. He was bang on for all of them. And there were some classes where we kind of just were like, there was head scratching going on down there in the bullpen. We're like, is this right? Is this right? And then that monster pass would come out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, we were right to stick. And now they found the road. We're good. We did it right.
Yep.
I can't begin to tell you how impressive that is and how much I can't brag on that boy, because that.
Yeah.
I've seen old guys that's been doing it longer than him that couldn't nail it that good.
Yep.
And I mean, in all our years of doing it, to not have a single hiccup, a single sled reset, that's setting the bar pretty high. Not going to say it's not going to happen again, but them's pretty. It's just awesome what it is. You can't brag on him enough. Bumgarner does a hell of a job.
And he did.
Is that the first time it's ever happened here at Winternationals?
I think last year we only reset one.
Yeah.
Right.
And
we
then,
did one.
The smoke machine was flawless. Never had one cough, hiccup, nothing. Smoke machine, smoke tube. I mean, those guys are they're just they got their A game on, and they're just the best to work with. And no, you don't even know they're there. You know, a good site operator is like a good referee. You don't even know he's there. You know, and yeah, that all weekend. And you know, we knew we had a phenomenal event when we was in the war room Saturday night, and I pulled up pulloff.com, and there was not one comment about anything.
And I promise I didn't delete anything as a moderator. I did not do that. I joked about it, but I did not do that.
Yeah, it was successful. Whenever you don't hear a peep, you know, Don Slime and I talked on Sunday or Monday, I forget what it was, and Don goes, "Well, good pull, nothing on pull off." I was like, "Yep, we got lucky." You know, that's what me and Don gauge our success level as this pull off is ragging on us or not, but they weren't. I got a couple nasty grams on Facebook, and some people, you know, send me some private messages that were terrible about, you know, not being able to just randomly hang out in the pits. And I said, well, we charge extra for pit passes because we really don't want you back there. And they thought that was a crime. I was like, well, it is what it is.
It boils down to a safety aspect. There's a lot of stuff in a confined space, moving around at high speed, and we really, as much as we want to enjoy our fans, we don't want to kill any of you.
Right. Yeah. And you know, the only confrontation Joe and I had all weekend was a fan that thought he needed to express his opinion to me and Joe, and that was handled, and I didn't see him the rest of the weekend.
Man, I'd say the upcharge for the you know, for the pit pass, that just blame that on duct tape Joe.
Yeah,
that was a duct tape Joe decision.
Absolutely. Well, I've always said this: you take your favorite restaurant that you've been to for 10 years, and you've never had a bad meal there. Everything is spot on. You love the place. Get on Google reviews sometimes, and there's always some negative Nancy on there bitching. Oh, it's awful. The food's just horrible. The service is awful. And for 10 years of 100 times of being in there, you've never had a bad experience. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that's negative, and there's always going to be somebody that has a negative experience, you know. And Clint's, you know, worked for 20 years to make this the best damn pull that we could for not only the pullers, but the fans as well, and to keep it all in harmony. But you can't make everybody happy. You just can't do it. But we strive to, but it's not always going to happen.
No, and you just got to be polite and kind of put the fan that's complaining about ticket prices and stuff, and kind of put them in your shoes just for a minute. And most of the time they understand, but if they don't, you know, it is what it is. They're entitled to their opinion, and we're going with that. But there's a lot of people came to that event and really enjoyed it, and
Right.
we appreciate each and every one of them. And we even appreciate the feedback. You know,
Mhm.
like, well, you're going to kill this event by, you know, charging more and providing less. And I was like, I don't know what else I can provide you other than 450 or 60 hooks down 6 sessions of great track. So if I'm not providing you enough for your ticket value, then I'm sorry. Maybe you need to go to the pull in February.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against Louisville any at all. And you know, it's always been, you know, the Taj Mahal of tractor pulling, and, you know, I can't go. It's hard for me to watch that pull because we put on a fast paced pull, and we do that for the fans and the pullers, and to get as much through there to give everybody the best bang for the buck that they've got. But I'll have panic attack after panic attack because I see all the pieces moving around. I'm like, hurry! You got to. You can be more efficient. You know, you don't need to do that. Do this, do that. You know, and I'm just sitting there trying to micromanage something I don't have nothing to do with. And it's not negative against them. That's been their pace since 1969. I mean, it's always been that way. So it's just it's a different pace show is all. They don't push as much through there. But it's hard for me to watch it sometimes.
Wait, Keenan's been running a roller tractor there since '69?
If you ask him, I'm sure he said yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
He was there.
Joe, I think it'd be fun to sit with you and just hear you micromanage a pull like that. That might be really funny.
Yeah, it can be interesting. I enjoy myself when I go. Sinjini gets me, my chemical rep gets me really good seats for Saturday afternoon down there. But You know, I'm right down there by you guys taking pictures and everything at the end at the bottom. But
who's taking pictures down there at the bottom anymore?
What's that?
That's changed too. There's none of us. He got one. He got one, but there ain't any of us. None of us else is.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since I've had the opportunity to go down there, but ag retail gets in the way a lot of times. But it's a good. You know, I enjoy going. Always will. It's
Yeah, I agree.
It's you know, and it's just like it gives me the opportunity there to, you know, to talk to pullers and talk to fans too. And, cause I don't have that opportunity always at our event, you know, cause we're just so busy, you know, just trying to put on the best show that we can. So you don't get that opportunity all the time. So not that anybody wants to really talk to me anyway, but that's okay. At least that one guy.
Oh,
that one
I'll
guy
talk to
didn't.
you, Joe.
That one guy didn't.
He didn't.
There's people who want to talk to you, Joe. You may not like the choice of language when you hear it.
Yeah, it's okay. I got big shoulders. It's okay. Ag retail after 8 years conditions, you do a lot of bullshit you didn't want to hear anyway.
Yeah, I understand that.
This was a pretty cool story. Did you hear about this, Charles?
Negative. No, that was one that's foreign to me. What's that story?
I don't know. I think it was Rusty. You got to help me out here. It was the second flight you guys were in, and one of your competitors broke a lift pump.
It was on a green
tractor.
It was on a green tractor. I remember that.
Yeah, and they pulled it around. I think he was first hook, right? Wasn't he?
Thing.
So he could turn down his hook and come back. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, they rolled that thing into the back and they hustled in the staging area and swapped out a lift pump and still got it back on the track in time to come back and make their hook. Yeah, there you go.
Broke the lift.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That was on Rexing. I'm sorry, Rusty. Yep, you're right. There was another one that
would escape me. I knew of a bunch of thrashes, but that one I got away.
Yeah, I think Rexing had 2 tractors in that hot farm. But yeah, there was a couple of guys that just had, you know, two or three guys actually had just problems, and you know, and we would try to accommodate them the best we could and take them to the, you know, the warm up tube and fire it up and let them start it and try to sort their problems out, you know, between sessions and stuff. But yeah, Rexing, that kind of happened in between time.
So I guess that opens the door. Should we talk about the ultimate? What happened?
Probably ought to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since they've made a habit of doing it now.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Insane.
Pullers from Pennsylvania have made a habit of doing it.
I think my favorite comment is one of the guys that was helping with that says, "Why can't somebody else do this and we just sit back and watch?"
I think I overheard that as well.
Because 90
They would dive in and help if it wasn't their tractor, they still dive in and help. Them guys just work the whole time they're there.
Yeah. Yep. It's hats off to them.
They're like Ricky Bobby. They don't know what to do with their hands if they're standing around.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, because they've done it. Yeah, well, I've seen it for years at Gordyville. I mean, I've watched them pull pistons out of one motor and stick it in another, you know. And the time it took me to rearrange the building, they pulled 2 motors apart and slapped them all back together. And
right by the blast door too.
Yeah, and I'm like, you guys knock yourself out and have a ball. Do what you need to do. Just clean your mess up, you know. And they did, and it's phenomenal to see them work. I don't have that much energy. I do, but for that, I'm like, nah, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Hats off to him. It's awesome. You know, it's you need to be fed by that energy, you know. It's something to see.
For those who don't know the story, you can see go to the Sidetrack Powered by DHD Facebook page. You can see some of the live stream that I put up about what's going on. But long story short, Faster Yet is their light pro out of Thursday night that made the transfer into the finals, and they torched a couple pistons in the tractor. And in their flight as well was Blue by or Black and Blue, which was a new build that they had thrashed on all week to get the chassis done. The engine had come back from Lemke's on Monday. I mean, this was all hands on deck to get that tractor there, and they broke a hub on it in the qualifier. And they went behind the grandstand, welded up the right side, chose to take the left side off and weld that up as well. But it wasn't going to advance. The tractor was not going to advance, but it was there with an engine that, yes, it saw moon tune RP rip'ems, but it only moved about 95 feet. So it sat there, and they looked at what was wrong with Faster Yet. And then going on a Saturday night for the finals for Light Pro, like, well, we didn't pack any extra pistons with us. We can't pop the head and drop the pan out and fix this thing. What we can do is go right over there and get this brand new engine out of Black and Blue. So they prepped it, got Black and Blue stripped down, got the motor out of it. And on Saturday afternoon at about, I don't know, what was it, Clint? We were sitting around the end of that row, and that tractor was sitting with the hood down like 3:30. And by 5:30, they were bolting that other engine into it.
I was pulling tractors to warm them up to get the show started at 6. So at 5:30, they finally got the clutch to go into the transmission about 5:30.
Yeah, I mean, it was that fast. And with two tractors to go, actually one tractor to go, they came through the roll-up into the barn for what they thankfully drew was last hook in Light Pro Final and blasted a runner-up. And what struck me the most was watching him work. There was no panic. There was no rush. There was no raised voices. There was no yelling. Everybody had their job. Everybody had their spot. Everybody had their responsibility, and they were just executing. And it was calm and professional, and it was a joy to watch. It really was a joy.
Those guys are amazing. They're just an amazing bunch of guys. They've supported our event forever, and man, they're just, like I said, just clockwork watching them, and their stuff runs hard. I'm just proud of all those guys, proud to know them, and happy for them, and wish them the best in February. And they go down to Louisville, and it just makes the whole pit area interesting whenever they're there, because they bring hard running blue tractors, and that's awesome for us and awesome for the fans.
Yeah, and to Mr. Horse's ass, who wanted to challenge me on the Super Bowl single charger on that whole post. Yeah, those tractors are entered for Farm Machinery Show, and they're going to kick your barn door down. Have fun.
Now, will they do it on matched tires that are staggered special, or will we be mismatched?
Yes, you can go to the outside, and you can hold.
And you can hold it. It's always a good day when you can work in a Days of Thunder reference.
That's even further more amazing that they did that as well. Like that, just like, holy shit, we forgot about that. Oh, damn. and none of us caught it, so shame on me as well.
Like, hey. Oh well, let's go.
Look who's here. Look who's here.
Hey,
Laura.
Hi, Laura.
How are you? I'm still at work, by the way.
Oh, where's your
heater's
pick?
Off.
Where's your pick?
Where's my club? This is Carl.
That's Carl the club.
We've
Carl
named
the club. So, yep, I named Carl. Here's your bag. So
I can say so. I'll let you tell your story of what happened to you, but what I want to say is that throughout the course of the weekend, there's about 6 of us who are really close together. I mean, like personal space violation close on the regular, and it's like me, Shane, Carl, her, Laura, Amy, Joe, and Brent Yarn, and Brent's over the top of all of us. And you know what? None of us ever heard one word of complaint from her about what happened. You are the toughest person I've ever met. Tell everybody what happened.
So Thursday night during the light pro, sorry, I'm going to the time clock really quick. During the light pro class, I dropped the primary chain on my left hand and broke it in 2 places and possibly 3 places.
Oh.
So, yeah. Oh, stop. Hang on. I'm clocking out ahead of people right now so I can talk to you guys. Okay, I'm off the clock. I can do whatever I want now. Okay.
There we go.
So I dropped the chain on my hand. I kind of knew immediately that it was broke, but I was...
There it is, Laura.
Yeah, there's the x-ray. So, but I was like, you know what? I'm here to do a job. We've still got a big show to put on, and you can't be a baby about it. So suck it up and go on. And that's what I did.
Did you ever?
So, it's the paramedic, he seen me do it and he goes, I want to see it, and I wouldn't let him. But the guys in cell block 1, it got pretty Thursday night is when it swelled up really big, and Friday night was even worse. So it was
I remember
okay as long
Friday
as I
night
didn't
at
touch
one
it.
point, one of the staff was trying to help you tape it, and you're like, "No, get away from me! I got this." You're like, you ripping the tape with your teeth, and just like, "No, I got this stuff."
Yeah, I may be a little independent.
You
okay.
think?
Maybe a little.
A little. Well, I was brought up, pain don't hurt, fear hurts. And there's a lot of truth to that. And so it is what it is. So.
I always grew up it's a long ways from your heart, and you could chop your hand off and they just pour some methylate on it and wish you the best of luck.
Well, and that's true. There is a lot of truth to that. So, as long as I didn't hit it, it was okay. And Brandon Bungart, I mean, we all know how well of a sled operator he is. He was like, he could tell that something was going on because I wasn't using that hand, and I generally do. And he was like, what's going on? And I showed him, and he goes, you need to quit. And I was like, no, I'm not quitting.
Never give up.
The worst thing they could ever tell you.
Yeah. So it'll be okay. I practiced dentistry all week with it. So it's amazing what you can do with your pointer finger and your thumb.
With a club.
And a club. Yeah. My doc was like, how is this going to work? And I'm like, we'll figure it out. So.
Meanwhile, she's using chopsticks from now on.
Right.
It's a good thing that I am right hand dominant, because that would be bad if it was my right hand.
I don't care what hand dominant you are. I wouldn't want to pick you to fight.
No. I'm a weenie. You guys know that.
No, the hell you are.
Yeah.
I've been that forever.
So.
You've been around this event just about as long as anybody. What are your thoughts on how this one went down, and what memories have you got going back through the ages?
So, this is my 14th year, and it doesn't seem like it's been 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to looking back through pictures and stuff, and 2012 was my first event, and boy, I mean, it's changed, and then it hasn't changed. It's still the same competition. We've still got the same competitors and stuff. The boys in cell block 1, I mean, they can officially say they've been at every Gordyville/Shipshewana pool. And that's what keeps you coming back, is when you have those fans that show up every year religiously, if it's a blizzard or, the one year at Gordyville when we were all running around in t-shirts. So
that was neat. We wore
the 1 year out of like 19 or 20.
As far as favorite memories go, I remember my first year there, Tucker, You know how I used to have the fold up canvas chairs that exploded in like the first week?
No way.
And he told me, he goes, when you get tired, someone else will do your job. And I think Woody was there that night. It was like the last hook of the night that weekend. And we got done and I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I'm going to sit down. And Tucker looked over his shoulder and he was like, I didn't think you would make it through the first night. And I was like, well, you know, you gave me a job to do. And I believe that was the year that Jerry Mullinex had Batman shorts on as he rode the box blade down the track.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Where was I for this?
I can't remember what the charity was that year, but he had a pair of boxers, Batman boxers on, and rode on that's when we had the orange V blades and rode them down the track in one pass.
Somebody has a picture of that, but I don't know where it's at.
Oh my goodness.
Rodney Crum has it.
That's right. Yep.
That, I mean, there's several memories that I have, you know, but that's the two that, sorry guys, I'm getting in my truck where it's warmer, probably sticks out the most. You know, it's definitely, let me get some light on it here. You know, we're family and we definitely have become so, by the way, it's still cold in Missouri. This is crazy.
Getting colder.
Yeah, getting colder in Iowa too.
Yeah.
So they can keep the snow for themselves, but it's freezing back here right now. So, but anyways, now I'm off work. I'm out of the building. So.
Now you can say the seven bad words that George Carlin says not to say.
That's right.
I won't repeat them, but I know them from memory.
I'm pretty sure I've heard Laura utter all of them. Maybe not in one long not in a sentence, but
there's one that maybe not, but
yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I'll give you that.
There's one that maybe not, but there's the other 6, yeah, probably.
So,
well, thanks for being a trooper, Laura.
Hey,
yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
I know plenty of people that I can't do it. I can't do it.
So at one point, I pointed this out to somebody. It wasn't on. It wasn't on microphone. Maybe actually it was to Carl. You had already messed up your left hand, and I don't know who it was. I don't remember who it was. It was sometime on Friday. They had got unhooked, and the main hook had fallen out of the buckboard. And you walked over there and picked it up. You didn't place it over the buckboard. You threw it over the buckboard. I'm going, holy shit. That's amazing.
She chose violence.
I messaged Brandon today because honestly, I've unhooked that chain now for, I think I figured it up, 22 years. And I never knew how much it weighed. So I messaged the brains and I was like, hey, Brandon, how much does it weigh? And he broke it down, and the chain, the hook, and then that clevis piece weighs 76 pounds.
Yeah, you threw that damn thing with authority.
So he was like, it's heavy. And I was talking to him and, you know, he goes, that hasn't changed over the years. That's just how it's been the whole time. So, you know, I was like, when I dropped it Thursday night, I was like, man, that's going to suck. That's going to leave a bruise. And little did I know the bruise would end up at least 2 broken bones, possibly 3. So we'll see.
When do you find out if the third one was broken?
I go to the orthopedic surgeon next Wednesday. So that's when hopefully Carl becomes either hot pink or lime green. I don't know which color, but we figure out what we're gonna do. So,
you know, there's those of us who have, like, you know, the wall of shame of like busted ass parts, but like you shouldn't have one that's like casts for you.
Well, you know, you think about it. 2 years ago, I was out there with a torn ACL and meniscus.
Yes, you were.
So,
yes, you were.
The month of January does the best for me. But like I told Tucker, I have a job to do. I'm gonna do it, and we'll figure out what we need to fix later. So
We don't want to fix you anymore.
No.
I was gonna say that's spoken like a tractor puller in nature. We'll fix it later on.
There's off season. When I went in Monday, they were like, "So when did you do this?" And I was like, "Thursday," and they were like, "What have you been doing for it?" And I was like, "Not really much of anything." They were like, "Really?"
I've been exercising it, hoping it'll get better.
I'm looking at it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, staring it down.
Yeah. They were like, most people would have been in the ER, and I'm like, well, no.
We really don't have that option in that town.
Yeah, exactly. I was
No.
like, I wasn't about to see an Amish doctor.
Charlie says if it gets wrapped, it needs to be John Deere green, and that's all there is to it.
I'm seeing his post. Yeah. I'm hoping it does something, because me and this ace bandage we're not best friends at all. So, but it'll be okay. I hope.
Oh, damn. Wilson, you are savage.
Make it the color of the broken stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Make it
mean.
green, the color of broken stuff, according to him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, according to him, it would be green.
Yeah.
Even though the chain that smashed you was, like just dark metal.
It was bright orange.
Oh, yeah, it was actually, yeah.
Yeah,
They've
the
got that
primaries are
painted
painted orange.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Well, if you'd like to rant about Alice Chalmers for the next 3 or 4 minutes, we'll let you do it. I mean, we'll all just mute and laugh as you do it.
You know what? Come to think of it, I think that night I had my green and orange knee brace on. So, just saying.
I think you did.
I think I did. So
I was just gonna say, some are hidden there about going to an Amish doctor. It puts a whole new meaning on horse pills.
Truth. Truth. Well played.
That's awesome. So
what color tractor was it when you dropped the hook? I mean, if we're gonna throw somebody under the bus, let's just throw the guy on the other end.
Even though it was not his fault.
Doesn't matter.
It was in the light pro. It was the light pro class. I can't answer that. I don't remember, because I was so mad when I came off the sled that I did it. And I mean, you guys have seen me do it 100 times. When I smash something, I walk down the track. That way I don't say anything, and I just have a moment to myself. And I was like, man, that hurt. And I didn't want to take off my glove, because I knew if I took off my glove, it wouldn't be good.
And that glove wasn't going back on.
Yeah, and essentially it didn't go back on the rest of the weekend because it wouldn't fit.
No, it wasn't.
So.
And what remarkable part about it is that night in the war room, like, it looked bad, but it wasn't super bad. But the next day, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's when I think the next day, the EMT that was there on Thursday night.
That was the day you were ripping, like, cutting wrap with your teeth. Like, you were like, get the fuck away from me. I'm doing this myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Was I mad at myself? Possibly, because I knew at that point, a bruise is a bruise and it'll go away and it'll quit hurting. And at that point, I had told myself it was broke, and I was like, this is gonna suck. But your Friday afternoon session in, and you've got 4 sessions to go. It's like, okay, we gotta make this work. So.
Yeah, and that Friday afternoon session was, if there was one that was a marathon, that was the one.
Yeah. Yep.
That one went quick.
It did go quick, which was nice. But
so long story short, when you get to the end of a run at one of these events, at this event particularly, and we're asking you're getting multiple signals for hold brake, be neutral, shut down, whatever. 99.9% of the time, it's coming from her right behind you, so that she can reach in there and do some of this stuff and not get her hand broke. So if you don't and everybody's usually pretty cool and observant, but I just want to reiterate that like there's a reason why we're directing you to do a certain thing, whether it's cold pushing you back with the loader. We want you to drive back into the sled. We let Brandon pull you back over the pile. Whatever's going on, it's all being directed by Laura. She's the one who is deciding what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, and is a very good reason why, so that she can disconnect you from that sled in a very safe manner. And it didn't happen on this one particular instance, but that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Mhm. And even during the outdoor series and stuff, especially when a tractor's dead, the sled operators, Bungart Motorsports, I'll say it, they're probably the best sled operators in the nation. Brandon is probably one of the best. When you work with them for so long, a lot of times there's no communication between Brandon and I. We just know by hand signals and stuff. And a lot of times there's stuff happening before the driver even has their neck collar off. And when they are live and when they're, sitting in the throttle and stuff like that, that's when it gets dangerous, because I've had a single engine mod come on the pan with me. And that's no fun. That becomes a scary situation super quick.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of pools and stuff like that, we have hundreds of pools across the U.S. The person that actually does my job a lot of times has no experience. And so at that point, you're looking out for the safety of them. You're looking out for the safety of everyone else too. So it's definitely keeping alert and, being aware of what's going on behind you, even though you can't see it.
Tucker, how did you find Laura the first time to get her to Gordyville and unhook?
Well, I can thank Austin Ritter. He invited me to come down to Cole Camp, Missouri, to video as a Missouri State pool, I think. They had 4 ones that time. And me and Rodney Crum, we had our crops kind of in. It was May, I think, or early June.
Yeah, that's about when Cole's camp is.
And we went down there and took a nice little drive. Sedalia had been hit by a tornado, so we were Snoopy and drove around Sedalia and looked at that and ate a little bit at that. And then we meandered down to Cole Camp, and it was kind of a really, it had rained, and it was kind of a humid, foggy night. And Rodney was taking pictures, and I was videoing. And this little girl was running out there, unhooking. And of course, Austin was a good friend and kind of a fun guy to be around. He came over there, and of course he was being Austin. And I was like, "Who's that girl?" And he said, "That's Laura. She does this for Missouri State." I was like, "Okay." So after the poll's over, me and Rodney, talked to her and visited with her. I was like, "You ever want to do this at the Winternationals? We'd love to have you." And then we talked to her. I think she came to a couple of our polls during that summer, and then she's been a mainstay ever since. And she just brings a whole another energy to the group and fun, and it doesn't matter how beat up she is, she still comes. She's gonna be a robot eventually.
Yes.
But yeah, it's she's been a great asset. That's where I met her, and we've been pretty much. She works a majority of my summer events as well. She also can flag. She's also a pretty good tech girl, so she can do a lot of things at an event for us. And
Laura's universal.
Very universal.
And God help you if you don't pass tech when she's teching. You get a tongue lashing for it.
Everybody in the pit area is lucky that she doesn't tech during the Midwest Internationals, because she'll set you straight.
If she can throw a 76-pound hitch over a buckboard, what'll she do to you when you don't hew to the tech rules?
Yeah, if you bitch about water and fuel.
Yeah,
well,
your nuts are not safe.
My crew during the summer, has more nice ladies that work for me than I got dudes. So they have a little thing they call themselves. I'm not going to say it here. But
yeah, that's probably we appreciate that, Clint.
Yeah, please don't.
And yeah, these girls keep me looking good. And Amy reminds me every weekend. She goes, "We make you look good." And I was like, "Yes, you do. Thank you so much." And thanks to Amy for keeping us fed. Her and my wife, they fed us all weekend. It's so
They
nice
did.
to have something to eat whenever you get back to the war room. That makes my life because I'm fat and I like to eat, and I can't appreciate them enough.
100%, and the clear head too. Like when it comes to the chaos that we get into in the bullpen, and fundraising and still conducting a poll amidst all that chaos, and it all gets kept straight. Without Amy Jo, it wouldn't happen.
Oh, Amy and I worked together for 2 years before we realized we were actually related, and we hit it off when we were. I mean, she keeps us. She's the secretary that everyone has. She's amazing. So, and of course, we love Brooke because Brooke has to put up with Tucker, which is a full-time job.
She's well taken care of.
She is. So.
You seen what we did last night? Oh, by the Lord! I kind of had a little bit of a chest cold, and I asked her if she wanted to go out for supper and get a steak and kind of relax a little bit. And then we picked up Caleb, so I got rid of my cold last night with Caleb and Travis Coons. We had an enjoyable evening.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah,
I'm amazed your liver is functional.
You guys missed out on a good night. That was a fun night last night.
Check-ins and light came on.
Yeah, definitely.
Is he going to get that Light Pro out this year?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't wait to see that thing.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
We got all the hard parts. I think now it's ready to go in it, and then the paint, and then OBs for the power. So,
nice.
I think everything's lining up finally. 3 years, finally. There's gonna be some really cool tractors out west you can watch. And we're gonna right out of the box, first week of June, or first 2 weeks of June.
I saw pictures of one of them today. Ooh, that's gonna be sharp.
Yeah, we're gonna have some nice tractors. It's the first day of a new era of light rope pulling.
Mm-hmm. Stuckenschneider, what are you doing? What are you working on?
No, he got bored. He's like, I'm
gonna
start working on next.
Well, I know. I want you to show off what you're working on for a minute.
Well, you might not like it if I show it off, but I'll show it off anyway. So this is what we got going on right now.
Yeah. How about that?
It'll only be cool if it really shoots fire.
Well, I don't think we can do that.
Yes, you can. Figure it out. Copper, some little copper pipe, and
little butane.
This little project here is kind of 3 or 4 of us went together and did it. So, Sydney Sylvester does the 64 scales.
Yeah.
He drew up all the parts for this one, and me and Chuck and him are kind of doing a run of them. So,
sweet.
I think we need to blow some minds. We've been dancing around the subject. We've got some numbers. We need that guy in the top right corner to have smoke come out of his ears.
Hold on. We can't do this yet. We can't do this yet because I just sent Amy the link. She's going to hop on for this too.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't know how much we've raised?
No,
I have no idea.
He doesn't know.
No.
I have an idea.
Sucks to suck.
But I think it's very.
That's what she said.
He knows the early returns. It's like participating in a presidential election. He knows the early returns, but he doesn't know the reality yet.
The number that I know is from Saturday night at around 9:30.
Yeah, that you can just.
Yeah, you don't know that number. That number's wrong.
Put it this way, Adam. I had a
No,
number.
and that's what Charles texted me because I went to sleep because I had to get up and plow at 3 in the morning.
I was trying to wake you the fuck up so we could figure out who to send a check to.
Right.
Turned out that's not even close.
So, Adam, I had a number kind of in mind that I thought just by following along on the live stream, and it blew that out of the water. So,
Really?
yeah. Good stuff.
You know, you could have gotten the number had you read the article that I posted on Interesting Iron. That's the only plug I'm going to give. But
He's been blading snow.
By the way,
Dude,
Ryan,
I've been
that was an
plowing
amazing
snow
article.
since Sunday. My ass is beat, and I got to get up at 3 in the morning and go back out tomorrow.
Chew some big red gum and subscribe to Tractor Zoom or fuck you.
That's right. Do you not have internet in that tractor? Does your phone? No, I've gotten Snapchats from you in that tractor while you're plowing snow and moving snow. It works. You have no excuse. You should have read the article. That's all I'm saying.
Does that tractor have auto
there's
steer, Adam?
There's AI that will read it to you.
Dear.
AI will read it to you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, auto steer right into a pole, Justin.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Wrong turn.
Wrong turn.
There she is. Amy Jo, you're muted.
Amy Jo.
Hey, I'm in
How are
I'm great. I'm in an Uber in Salt Lake City.
An Uber.
Hello, Uber driver.
Hold on. I'm going to mute everybody. We got to hear some stories. You're in an Uber in Salt Lake City?
I'm in an Uber in Salt Lake City at the American Farm Bureau's annual meeting, getting ready to go to dinner.
Prove it.
Well, I can show you my friends. I don't know if you can see them. Do we have a light? See? There's my friends.
There they are.
Pretty legit.
Hi, Farm Bureau people.
Hi, Farm Bureau people, they say.
Amy.
Oh, my Lord. Yes, sir.
You guys having the Innovation Challenge this weekend, too?
Did we have what?
Isn't the Innovation Challenge this weekend, too?
Yes, the Innovation Challenge will be some point in time. I think is it Saturday? Monday. I don't know. I don't have my schedule with me. Sorry. It's time for dinner, people. I need to eat. Okay.
Oh, we've intercepted Amy Jo hangry.
Yes.
This
should be
I'm
fun.
borderline hangry. Yes, borderline hangry. So.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, we wanted to bring you on because now is about the time when we release the official number, and then Chuckles over here just decided to bail.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't. Oh, hey, look, there he is,
Hey,
Mr.
look,
Mohawk himself.
Hey, by the way, that looks really good on you, Charles.
Olivia did a killer job on that. She did a great job on my Fu Manchu, too.
It's stay until Saturday. I'm gonna keep it. I will be going to Trevor's funeral, and then after that, it's gone because I started a new job.
So you're gonna go bald or with a wig?
I'm gonna go bald, and then we're just gonna
wig. Definitely wig.
Wig. That'd be
Yeah.
so badass. You need to come on here and have some blonde wig on.
What do they call those
rainbow
toupee?
He needs a Joe Dirt wig.
It's gonna be
Yes. Wig.
it's gonna be Beastie Boys Sabotage style.
Just think of the
Charles
first
and
impressions
Dreadlock.
that you would make on your new employer, Charles. You come walking in with a Joe Dirt wig on. Oh, that'd be hilarious.
He's actually really cool. We already met, and he's totally awesome with me going racing. So he would get all of this if I walked in with a straight up like spiked up mohawk. That's really not an issue. It's just me and his other staff like creating a proper vibe because I really don't want them to be like, what a fucking clown.
When is a Scotty Cannon vibe the wrong vibe?
Never.
Just saying.
Never.
Well, you got the mohawk for it, so.
All right, big reveal.
All right, Carl, what did we raise? And there is actually one more person that we really should throw under the bus because technically he owes us something. But give us the number, Charles.
Oh shit! I thought you had it.
Oh, good Lord. Is it in the text message?
I do. You want to hear it?
Yeah, you got it.
All things, everything piled up together in the same big bucket of money. We raised $32,660.
Woohoo.
And wait, I think Charles, did you tell me you had one more donation because that would put us at like 32,960 or something?
I got a thing that I'm working on.
Okay.
This was presented to me by Olivia Saturday night, and when she gave it to me, she wanted us to live auction it, and I really wanted to do it. But we had 2 semis left. We were done. I was never going to pull everything together to make that happen in time on Saturday night. It just wasn't.
Yeah, we were losing the crowd. It wasn't the right
We were
time.
going to lose the crowd. I got some ideas for this, and it potentially is going to start actually with me, but stay tuned for that. And that's actually why I'm curious about sunset clauses on our window for donation, because what I have planned for this will continue through the entire summer. So stay tuned for that.
Can you wrap it by August?
I would think, yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be fine.
Wrap it by August 1st.
Okay. So yeah, stay tuned for this. We won't do it tonight, but there's going to be something that's going to go with this hat. It will never go on my head, but I'm going to present a challenge, perhaps, where if I can figure this out and make it make sense, where you steal it from me, but then I get an opportunity to steal it back.
Crowell, you're the best, man. Read that comment, y'all. He's going to hold up his end of the bargain.
Oh, are you
That's
really?
awesome.
Dude,
Nice.
Richard, you are such a stud. Richard, get a hold of me because I want to find out what you're doing this Saturday. You can be at Trevor's deal. Let's get together and maybe we can do something there. If you can.
That's
I know
awesome,
you're busy. I know you got a lot going on with your kids. I get it. I get it. But if we can do something, let's try to put something together Saturday, okay, Richard? Let's get a hold of
What
me.
a class act.
Yeah, that's serious class act stuff.
That's what's cool about the sport, you guys. I mean, we know it.
Well, for those who don't know, 10,000 was this Mohawk, 20 was his Fu Manchu, and 30 was Richard's beard, which has not been shaved in 20 years. And so, I mean, we got there, and he's willing to do it, and that's sweet. And he's such a. If you know Richard, if you're a puller with IPL, you already know this.
You already know this.
Richard
We're
Crowell
not telling you anything new.
Such a freaking stud. He's a freaking stud. Great guy and a great friend. I wouldn't have really had my friendship with him were it not for Clint in this event.
That's what I'm saying.
Really
Clint brought
that.
all of us together, so thanks.
Yes.
Clint.
Yes. That's the power of him. That's the power of Clint. It really is. It really is.
Good thing he drinks a lot of beer with his friends to come up with that idea back then.
Yeah.
Right?
A dream team for sure.
It started out with a bunch of wheat super farms. That's how it all started.
Hey, they deserve a place to play too.
Yes, they do.
And I dare say some of them have gotten a fair bit stronger. Lots of them have.
We had.
I will say this, Clint. I watched the live stream the whole weekend, and it was badass. It was perfect for the money that cost. No brainer. If you're staying at home, that is just phenomenal. So.
Yeah,
Zolik murders. Zolik absolutely murders the live stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I even messaged him and told him, and I'm like, dude, you're killing it. Keep it up.
Well, you guys don't see them, but I picture sitting in watch parties. It looked like there were 100 people in a shed. They're all holding their bottles. They're waving to send it to me. It means a lot that they took time out of their day to watch what we're doing. And I got them from Missouri. I got them from I got one from North Carolina. Yeah, it's just good people watching our event, and I can't thank people enough to supporting the live stream. That helps us make the ends meet. And now that we actually have our own equipment and the best guys in the world that do it, it works out perfect.
Clint, any idea how many people were watching the live stream this weekend? I mean, I heard comments about, 15 states, 20 states, yada, yada, yada. But
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it was over 20 states a lot of times in 3 countries, and that's kind of a moving target. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. And the guys in Holland that text me all the time, like, well, we're going to watch the afternoon session, then we're going to crash, and we'll wake up in the morning and we'll watch the evening session on replay. So they
That's pretty cool.
Good guys, and I tell them every year I need to talk to Joe Bush a little bit, and my goal in the next 2 years is to float a couple of tractors over here and let them compete. See if somehow somebody can be a part of the other 2.
yeah, I feel like it's time we get some of those European tractors back here. They were a lot of fun when we had them. I don't know, what was it, 2017? 18?
18. I'm
18.
actually wearing the sweatshirt that Barney
Yeah.
And we had like those guys. I know some guys over there that would come over if we could blaze a path for them. And Joe works a lot with those guys over there, and so I think Joe and I visit about that here in the winter and see if we can't get something in motion.
That'd be cool.
I actually have some sponsored people that have talked to me about doing it. So I think use the opportunity and get some of those guys over here.
Hey Justin, something I wanted you to hear about is who the raffle winner was for this year. It was Mr. Wayne Kruger from Avon, Indiana. He has never missed a Midwest Winternationals. It was always his gift to himself to buy tickets because it's close to his birthday to be at it. And he's a Vietnam veteran. He's a cancer survivor, so now we got that tie in as well. And on top of that, he's a guy who pays it forward. And Ryan found this out about him. He's a guy who helps disabled veterans get into the woods and go hunting.
That's awesome. Okay.
However he can do it, he helps them out with that. And when knowing all of that, and that Ryan Anderson's daughter, whose name is Faith, drew the ticket, like, if you don't see how God is moving people into people's place, I got nothing for you. Like,
Amen to that.
That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. That's the power of what we're doing, and the positivity of what we're trying to accomplish when all of those things come together and happen like that. That's so special. It just, like, I get moved to tears.
Yeah.
Meeting him on that night, Saturday, and then just getting to know more and more and more about him behind the scenes. Like, who else could have this tractor? There's nobody.
Yep.
Amy Jo, if you got to bail, go ahead and bail. Thank you for giving us a few minutes. We really appreciate it. We can't hear the words that are coming out of your mouths.
But we can all wave.
Yeah.
But we can all wave and smile.
But that's happened more than once, Charles. Like, it's crazy. Like last year, the winner, he was a Shriner's child. Like, he went to the remember, he said that he had to go to the hospital when he was a kid for something, and
yeah,
it was a Shriner's hospital they went to, and it's just, it's very touching. And like I made on your comment earlier, Ryan, there's been a lot of good memories and tears shed in that old horse barn where we used to have it.
Yep. You're right.
Every year it's something different, but it's still touching, and God Almighty's looking over every one of us to make this happen. So
the one that got me the most, it was personal because I knew Adam Beal so well, but that one, his dad come up and hugged me, and it still gets to me because it was. I mean, it was absolutely moving, because, they was loyal to us, and they come every year. They look forward to it. I mean, Justin, you made a hell of a tractor. It was just moving is what it was. And, his dad was just so emotional over all that, because it's hard to take that compassion that you get from others and that help, because we're all pretty stubborn, hard-headed, people that just want to do it on our own, and we don't want no help, and we're proud that way, that it's just the way we are, and when somebody kicks in that like we do to try to help, they really, it just really touches them, and it touches them in a way that unlike anything else. So, and it's what drives us every year to continue to do this, because it's what we do and it's who we are, and we have a heart and we have a passion. We have pride in what we do. And, Justin does a hell of a job of representing that pride, care, and passion for building an awesome toy every year, Yeah. And,
well, and every one of us wants it to be more than just a tractor pull,
Exactly.
I mean,
there's more to our lives than that. And this is one way that we can showcase that.
Yep. One way to give thanks, because we're all very blessed each and every day.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Several of my show opens throughout the weekend, and in the driver's meeting as well, was about the idea that like this when we get together, we're seeing each other on our best day, right? This is where we want to be, doing what we want to do. We're at our happiest we could ever be in participating and doing something like this. And that's awesome, and we're really good about just showing an affection for one another in those environments, and showing that we really care about one another, and it informs what we do in the charity and the fundraising for something like this. What I really want to do though is get that to go back home.
Yes,
we do this here, but get it to go back home where it's your family and your friends, and make them understand also what this means to you and how important it is, and get that support when you go back home. It's cool that we got this as our thing, but if we're going to really grow it, we've got to take it back home and then blow it out and there too. That's where it's really going to happen.
Yep. And I remember that. I remember that monologue.
Laura's talking, and she's muted. Hold on. Sorry, Laura. Go ahead.
She's still muted.
Oh, she's still muted. Hold on. All right. Try now.
Testies, testicle, testy, 1, 2, 3.
3?
Sorry.
We can hear you now.
Might have been
the words are coming out of your mouth.
Right?
Can you hear the words are coming out of my mouth?
All I hear is blah,
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 blah.
blah.
Understand the words coming out of your mouth.
So when I was packing last weekend before I left, I'm a St. Jude's donor. I have been since I was 17, I think. And my nephew, I was logged into my St. Jude's account, and my nephew was like, hey, he goes, what are you doing? And I told him, and I was reading one of my patient profiles because I get one every month. And he goes, well, why do you do that? And so that got into talking about Shipshawana and talking about Trevor and stuff like that. And kind of like Mater did, Gage went to the gun safe and got out his wallet and handed me a $20 bill. And he goes, well, Aunt Laura, do you think this will help? And I cried sticking that in my pocket. And I was like, Bubby, you don't have to do that, because it was his birthday money that he gave me. And he goes, I don't have to, but I want to. And you guys were talking about going beyond the pool. And I feel like, especially for me, I just touched another person. And yeah, that person's only 9 years old, but now he knows what we do and why we do it. And you want to take your heart out and just cry for a little bit. I mean, I was bawling, you guys, and you guys don't see me cry. So
yeah, anyway.
You can let that little guy know that $20 turned into $460.
Yep.
For Roswell Park.
Adam, what can you speak to that and explain how that math works, please?
So, pretty much what happens with Roswell Park, all the donations and all that, it all. I don't. We need to get somebody on here to even explain a little bit more. But in past years, they got like $13 in federal funding and grant money. On the past year, it was up to $23 per every dollar raised that they got for that. So, and that $20 turns into $460. That's absolutely amazing.
It's awesome. So
based on multiplier, what we did, $750,000.
That's awesome.
$750,000.
Wow.
yeah, that's not only is that life-changing money, that's potential for cancer patients. That's potentially life-saving money.
Yeah.
You got it.
And yeah, that's for cancer research, but cancer research branches out into so many other things, and they feed off of that research for other things too, autoimmune diseases and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yes.
We talked, Ryan and his cancer, stuff like that. I have a bleeding disorder that is based off of cancer research, and it all is connected in some way or another with how they spend that and where that research goes.
Yep.
So you may not have cancer, but you're being affected by the research of it.
I didn't know that about you, so that's another.
Oh, Laura has so many freaking layers. It's not even funny, Charles.
Oh, dude, she's
another day.
She's an onion that never stops peeling.
She's an onion, 100%.
Yeah.
We could just call her Vidalia.
Hey, that's another day, guys. I mean, it's no big deal,
Yeah, but some night in the war room when we've all had too much to drink, we're gonna get Flea to lead us in Sammy Kershaw's Vidalia, and we're gonna serenade you at some point.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yep. No, Charles, when you got me to talk, or when you started to hand me the mic, to speak as a cancer survivor, I got a level with you guys. I am a cancer survivor. 2008, I had a tumor removed from my arm that was the size of a baseball. I still have the photo. I saved it. And it looks gross, and I won't show you. But we pulled a tumor. We pulled a tumor. What?
And you were super humble about it. You downplay it.
Dude, it was the most nuisance cancer that any human could possibly get. It was like the name of the cancer is dermatofibrosarcoma, which is roughly translated to no. You hush. It's roughly translated to rock grows under skin. Remove rock, cancer dies. That is 100% how it works.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm finished for now.
How fucking
I will have a rebuttal.
How fucking scared were you and Kara when it came down? Like, that was legit, dude.
Honestly, no. We had a doctor. I had doctors that shot straight with me, and they said, "Look, this is." I mean, one of them told me, "If you're going to get cancer, this is the freaking cancer to get, because we can deal. We can deal with that because it doesn't like it's. I mean, it." There have been like maybe 250 cases of this worldwide since like 1960. Like it was a super rare cancer, and it barely deserves to be called one. And I just didn't feel right taking the mic and saying, "Yeah, I'm a cancer survivor," because you know what? I had 2 surgeries. One of them where a doctor pried this thing out of me and said, "Oh shit, this is huge," under his breath. Someone could interject a "that's what she said" comment whenever. And I'm glad somebody saw the humor there.
Trying to be serious.
I understand, but you know I deal with serious things. I deal with serious things using humor, and you guys know that. But it was 2 surgeries and like 2.5, 3 months of chemo, or not chemo, of radiation. Because the cancer that I had, it literally does not respond to chemo. They tried it. And so they're like, okay, so we got 2 options. We cut out what we can, and we radiate the hell out of what we can. And so they went in and they, I had the first surgery where they took out the tumor. They actually thought it was going to be a fat deposit, just like a knot on your arm or whatever. Turns out it wasn't. And so we went to Des Moines Mercy. Had this little Jewish doctor on loan from Johns Hopkins, and he said, yeah, we're going to need to cut you back open. Clear your calendar for whatever day, some like December 4th or whatever. And they knocked me out and they cut me open. And I remember Kara told me that while I was in recovery and coming out of anesthesia, she met with a doctor and he's like, Kara, I don't know if we got it all. We may have to go back in. Because they basically, they took my arm and the first surgery cut like this and they popped the tumor out. The second surgery went like this and then cut it open. So it was like a big cross. So they opened my arm up and the doctor said, I don't know if we got clear margins. He's like, I'll let the lab, let the lab prove me right or wrong. But he's like, I don't know if we did. You probably better prepare for another surgery in like March. And I remember we had the follow-up appointment on December 31st, like 2:00 in the afternoon. And Kara tells me all this on the way to the appointment. I'm like, really? This wasn't something that you felt like I ought to know prior? She's like, well, I didn't want to ruin the holidays. Okay, so be it. All right. And I walk into we're in the room and this doctor walks in and he's strutting like a peacock. He's like, well, what do you know? I've been wrong twice in my life. The second time was you. You got clear margins. Congratulations. And, then he told me that he said, if I were you, I would go and see a radiologist. He said, I made an appointment for you. You can cancel it if you don't want to go. He said, that's a personal decision you got to make. And so I said, well, hell, you made the appointment. I'll go. Yeah, I don't want to do this again. And so I talked to the radiologist and, he was about my dad's age, or he is about my dad's age. And so after he went through his spiel and I said, all right, doc, I said, I'm going to ask you a question that you're not supposed to answer, but I'm asking you anyway. If I was your son, what would you tell me to do? He said, if you were my son, you'd have already been strapped to that table. You wouldn't have had a choice. All right, sign me up. Let's go. And that's what we did. And we did I think it was 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks of radiation. I went 5 days a week. There's a hospital that does it. That's 5 minutes down the road. I went there in the morning and they shot my arm with radiation in 2 spots. And at the end of it, they said, all right, you're healed. And I said, yeah, we'll see about that. And in 6 months, we came back and they did scans on me and all that. And the radiologist said, hey, we're good. That's the last I've seen of it. Thank the Lord.
God is good.
So when I say that I had a nuisance of cancer, that is exactly what it was. It really didn't, aside from being more tired than average when I was on the radiation, that was it. That was the only impact it had to my life. I could still go to work. I could still do what I did. And, I got off so damn easy. There's so many people who have dealt with so much more. Adam, you're one of them. And that's why that's why I don't talk about it much because I know there's so many people that have it so much harder than me. I got off real easy, and I'm very, very thankful for it, and I just hope and pray that I'm living in the good of that. So,
but
yeah, that's why I turned down the mic, Charles.
Yep.
But Ryan, another way to look at that though is your positivity about the situation could help influence somebody else's positivity in their situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I see your
looking
point.
for attention or nothing, but
I'm not.
But
although I'm not going to lie, if I do this with my arm, you can put a golf ball on it and it will sit there still and balance. We have not tried. We have not tried to shank it with a 9-iron, but
there's still
we
time.
probably could. And I've got a nephew who would jump at the opportunity, and he's a scratch golfer, so I think I could. Oh, fuck that! I don't trust him at all. I will end up with a broken arm out of that, and it will not be a funny Johnny Knoxville kind of video. So
we've had that conversation in the past, and about your attitude about it, and you're right. And Justin called you on the carpet about it, the same way that I want to, and you've said the same to me, and okay, fine. It was something that was easy and survivable for you, but that doesn't mean it isn't for somebody else and it isn't relatable. You have an understanding and an empathy of fear of what's going to go on that a lot of people don't, and you can relate to people in ways that others can't. So,
Robert, I'm not laughing at your comment. I'm laughing at the one right under it. Hello, you're a dick, and I love you for it.
Did you start a new hobby, Ryan?
No. Corey's giving me crap because he saw the picture that I posted on Twitter. He said, that guy looks like a guy who goes to an auction and only buys a half a trailer full of cattle. Buys them onesie-twosie, one by one. For those of you who don't watch and listen to the Farm for Profit podcast, Corey Hillebo is one of the Farm for Profit guys, and I love that man to death. Good friend, beer drinking, whiskey drinking buddy. And dude, we got to talk before I forget, because I forgot when we were on the phone tonight. We got to talk Louisville, man. Give me a call sometime.
Hey, speaking of that, you look like you'd make a good bull hauler with your,
Yeah, he'd be a big super trucker.
Yeah, super trucker.
Come on back,
dude. I don't have a CDL. I can't grind gears. I can't jam gears.
You got a big enough foot to hold it to the floor. That's all that matters.
I need to know what his bull hauler name's going to be. Like most guys have a CB handle. I want to know what his is going to be at this point.
Well, we'll just call him Duct Tape Joe.
Either that or Big Ryan.
I wondered when you were going to see that.
No, I've seen it. I just didn't want to be rude.
I figured I'd see a reaction out of you.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping I'd hear the rundown on that.
Well, that was so Clint in the driver's meeting. I think it was Friday morning. He for all day Friday. Come in there and it's just like people's going to Clint for asking questions in the pit. And he said, "This is Joe. This is Joe Hurd. He runs the pits. Ask Joe. There's only one Joe. There's none of this." Well, this Joe said, or that Joe said, well, that got all these assholes fired up. And I'm talking 14 assholes got all fired up, and they put a piece of duct tape and just wrote it with a pen, Joe.
Yep. And it was funny as hell. And I actually wasn't one of them.
And I walked up there, and everybody kept walking up to me like this. I was like, hey, I was like, so you're Joe. Sweet. I said, some of my responsibilities drop. You go over and move all that shit over there, and we're going to be in good shape.
We need to get you a hat that says, "Hi, my name's Joe."
Yeah. That's what he's doing. It was hilarious.
We're just going to get you a blank hat, and we're just going to get you a strip of duct tape, and we're going to write it on it.
Are you? And it's so funny because guys that don't know me is like, are you Joe? He is. Look, he's got the name tag.
So what you need to do is just start saying, "No, my name's not Joe. I don't know who Joe is."
And that poor mini Rob Puller. I mean, I never laughed so hard in my life. God bless him. I can't remember his name. Sorry, I can't remember everybody. But Clint no more than said that in the driver's meeting and said, you know, if there's any questions that has to do with anything to this pitch, you ask Joe. Do not ask me. I'm going to tell you to talk to Joe. Talk to Joe. And I am not kidding you. We no more than say that. Guys, good luck today. Thank you. Be safe. Be careful. Hope we have a good show. Good pull. Be safe. And this guy's next breath. Hey, Clint, when are we exactly going to go up the scales and when are we going to ask Joe? I just told you. Ask Joe. Ask Joe.
Well,
I'm not making fun of you. It just is what it is. But
I didn't make it easy. Some dipshit wore shit ass pants that night. So
Dude, can we talk about the pants? Tell people what's going on with the pants.
That was the Joe day that I wore the damn tartan pants. So that probably screwed things up.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were kind of cool.
I'm gonna get off of here, but thank you for everything. God bless each and every one of you. Laura, I hope your hand heals up good. Good luck with that. And
Thanks, Justin.
Thank
you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
Y'all have a good
We've
evening.
done it without you, man.
Well, I'll try to be out there next year, so we'll see.
Me too.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
If we need to come hold your hand, we will.
Well, you might need to come light a fire under my ass or something too. I don't know.
We're screw you. We're just going to talk to Julie and light a fire under her ass.
Yeah. We know how to make you move.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nitro piston candle. I'll light this bitch under
There you
your
go.
ass.
There we
You
go.
might actually like
That'll
that.
burn hot.
All right. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Peace out.
Thank you, Justin.
Give Julie our love.
Will do.
So I'm in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, in a motel. So corporate training, and we was at the restaurant on the Hilltop Restaurant, where the hell it is. And anyway, I was coming down, and they seen my hoodie, and it's like, you into tractor pulling? I was like,
No.
maybe just a little bit. I'm a big tractor pulling fan. Said he's got through putting on a tractor pull. I said, where's that at? I'm telling him all about it and everything. And said I was getting ready to go do a podcast, and he gave me such a wonderful compliment. And they said, well, it seems like you got the voice for radio. And I said, yeah, I have the face to go along with it.
Welcome to my world, Joe.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Wow, that was, man.
Yeah, that was real neat.
You took it better than I would have.
I just laugh. That's what you can do. Just laugh at it. Are you about home, Laura? Holy shit, how far do you got to drive home?
Right?
40 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah, it used to be 15.
Yeah. It's better to drive 40 than it is with 15. But anyway.
Yeah. I'm following a state truck right now because there's snow blowing across the highway.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. So
I can hear your frame corroding from here.
Yes.
Is that what all that background noise is?
That's the Corrosionator 9000 at work.
if anyone could get a ticket right now, it would be me because I'm driving with Carl and holding the phone with the good hand. So.
What are you driving with your freaking knees? What's the matter with you?
No, Carl's got the wheel.
Carl's doing it.
Carl's
got it.
Carl,
It's-
take
it's-
the wheel.
Yeah.
It's no different than having
a C or Carl with a K.
Carl, that kills people.
It's no different than having a spinner knob on the wheel. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You just stick
that's
your
right.
fingers in there and spin it right around.
Oh,
Holy
Lauren's got
shit,
one of those
Cody's
too.
still in here.
So I'm about 10
Are you
minutes.
sure you're not
from
following
home.
Cody?
No, I'm not
Right.
following Cody. So
I've crisscrossed this damn city, I don't know how many times already. So just like come and go. I'm here for the one-liners, and that's about it.
We won't say what, said he.
Yeah.
That's a hilarious idea right there. We should
That would
pitch
be
that to
something.
Justin.
Yeah. Like here. Insert douche here.
We could do that, and the year after we could do JR's 4455.
Oh, I got a picture for everybody. So
Oh, boy.
them guys stayed up there all day. They stayed up there Sunday, and I get it. I drove a truck for. I'm not saying them guys couldn't do it. They just chose not to. They didn't want to drive home in the snow and all the crap.
Right.
So if I can get this up there, I took this
Ooh.
picture out before I got to Effingham.
ew.
Yeah,
Yep.
I called JR and I said, sorry, buddy. Send me a picture. I said, your tractor is just a little bit white. So
Right.
maybe that'll kind of encourage you to get it sanded down and painted now because it's going to rust at a pretty rapid rate with all that shit over it. But it was kind of like with Clint. We left there. By the time I got back and got loaded and got everything chained down Sunday morning, it was about, I don't know, it was about noon our time or so that I left. And the roads was, well, like Laura said, the roads was pretty shitty heading west. It wasn't terrible. It was snowpack. What sucked, it was snowpack, and then it was wet, and then there was no mist coming off your tires, so you was running on black ice. And then it would go to dry, then it would go to snowpack. Just depending where the wind was crossing the road. And then whenever we got there and I went south on 31, yeah, you got probably about 65, 70 miles south of there, and it was Katie bar to the door then. Then it was just salty roads. But that first hour and a half, yeah, that's where all that's where all that stuff got on poor JR's tractor and Reekman's tractor too. So
yeah. Adam, you are one guy who can put us all in our place. How many inches of snow have you blasted out of the way in the last 18 days?
I think they've said right around 50 inches just this week.
Wow.
And then just to the north of the stadium, which I'm only 2 miles from where the Bills play. But, I mean, there was like 3 feet 2 nights ago, just overnight.
Woof.
I mean, I sent you guys the one photo of the snowblower.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, the blower is 40 inches tall, and it was over that.
It's nuts.
It's just insane. And it's just been every damn night, and it's crazy. Yeah. They said, so South Buffalo has 55 and a half this week. Plus Seneca, which is about 10 miles north, 74.8 inches just this week since.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Orchard Park, which is where I live, is 46 and a half. So yeah, it's that damn lake effect. I mean, it just, you never know where it's gonna friggin' go, and it just sits on you. At one point, it was dumping 3 to 5 inches an hour. It's just crazy. You can't see across the street. You know.
I won't complain about our 6 inches that we've got there.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, Cody and I'll shut up too.
We're so used to it, but it's like, man, just stop already.
It was amazing, Adam, to sit there and watch them guys dig out the stadium there in Buffalo.
So
that was nuts, man. And every time they score a touchdown, they just threw snow up in the air. I was like, that's awesome.
So we got to the stadium, and I'm in the upper deck, about eight rows up, and they just a couple rows down below but everything else was just, it looked like a ski slope. I mean, it was just solid snow, and people got there, they just brushed it off and brushed it down. And I mean, by the time we got done, like my knees were up against my chest like the whole friggin' game, because all that snow went right where your legs would go, and it was probably 10 inches of just compacted snow. You know, I'm like, so now I got to go through all that crap again this weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, go Chiefs.
Go Bills. Oh, I got to text Bryce Terry too. I gotta send him a friendly text.
As you should.
Surprised he hasn't texted me yet.
As you should.
He usually does.
That's going to be a heck of a game on Sunday for sure.
Yes, it is. But you're in our turf now.
I know.
Also, it is official. Adam Wilson woke up and frickin' chose violence today. Love it.
Joe, I was going to ask, did you have a little Yaris driving 30 miles an hour in the left lane with his hazards on too on the way home?
What's that?
I was going to ask Joe if you had a little Yaris in the left lane with your hazards on going 30 miles an hour.
No.
That was a Volkswagen. Relax.
All them.
It was a Volkswagen Tiguan. Kara used to have one.
Yeah, Adam, it's funny about that. You know, you guys had 3 inches of snow and all the Chevys are still stuck, but at least the Chevys started to get stuck.
No.
Dang.
Expect a response. He's got one, I guarantee it. Ugh. It's cold. We're going back into the deep freeze tomorrow. Ugh. I think the high is supposed to be like 5 degrees tomorrow in Des Moines, maybe 4.
Yeah, it's supposed to get cold here, and then we're going to be in the 40s next week, I guess, too. So
I knew I was getting close to home.
Wow, that's a wiener.
That's a wiener.
That's a big
what
wiener.
What are you doing?
I wonder if it's got a hit. I wonder if we could put a 3-point on that. Well, we could get you that, and you can haul tractors in.
Just a V plow and a wiener with a V plow.
Yeah,
right down the road.
You're a fabricator. You can make it happen, buddy.
Yeah, you damn right. Oh, jeez. Yeah,
what?
That's the best he's got, man. I'll tell you.
Hey, one person, 2 people that haven't gotten an appropriate shout out tonight. And I know they don't want credit, but too damn bad. It's our show. We're going to talk about who we want to talk about. Ben and Karen Holdhouse. They went by. They had a donation booth or a donation bucket, and they put it at the Beer Money merch trailer with a handful of little yellow pins like Charles, show off the one that's on your hoodie. That one right there. Or damn it, I can't do this very well. That one right there. They bought a bunch of those. We all as staff wore them, and then there were, I don't know, 50 or 100 left over. And it was kind of a free will donation at the Beer Money trailer. And Karen went and grabbed it on Saturday night, and she and Ben went through the audience. They started at the big end of the track, and they went all the way around, and they just hey, donation, free will donation, and holy crap, did that audience show up. I saw every denomination of bill that is currently produced today in that bucket because I helped count them. Not only that, we saw change. And this bucket was so damn full, it wasn't even funny. I was so absolutely just gobsmacked by the generosity of the fans in the stands who just kept on giving. It really blew my mind. There was a kid there who fished out kind of a, like a change purse, like a 6-7-year-old kid.
Mater.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that who it was?
It was Mater.
Okay. He pulled it out and he dumped out every piece of change in that coin purse that wasn't copper. And he holds it up to Karen and he says, "Is this enough?" Mm-hmm. Tell you what, I was there to watch that. I damn near cried.
Yep.
The generosity of our pulling fans. I bragged up the audience and the White Smoking crew and said we have a collective, really big heart. We flexed it pretty hard this weekend, and I will stand by that till the day that I die. When a kid gives you every bit of his allowance, except for the pennies that he pulled out of the couch cushions, that's for real. So if any of you were in the stands that night, and I know some of you were, thank you so much. And we can't complain, or we can't leave out the guy who wants to complain about the cold. Jeff and the folks at Storelock, thank you so much. That was the nicest toolbox that you guys have ever donated.
By far.
And damn, I wanted it so bad. And Kara told me that she would kill me until I was dead if I bid on it. So I couldn't.
And shout out to the Siteco Excavation guys for buying it and then donating it
and
back.
then giving it back.
Writing a check.
Absolutely. That was awesome.
Here, you guys, here's a full view of Carl. So.
Wow.
Yep.
Carl is remarkably bland. compared to your
Carl is
normal
pouring,
attire for your arm.
I've decided Carl's gonna have to get an up job tomorrow. I'm thinking some vet wrap and some pretty colors.
Yes.
Because this is not me at all.
So
you know,
Jeff and Stacy. Oh, go ahead, Laura. Sorry.
No, you're good. I cut you off.
I was just gonna say, Jeff, we appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
And let's can we take a second to acknowledge the fact that Jeff and his crew at Storelock have figured out how to repurpose stuff. About half the people in the audience swear to God that Storelock actually built something and had something in their product catalog called a beer caddy. They don't. Jeff is going to put it in the comments as to what it actually is. I don't remember. He told me. But it's for like a tool and die shop.
So
it just happens to hold a solo cup perfectly. And twice now they've done this and they've sold these things. And they've brought pretty good money. And this year they really upped the ante. And they said, you know what? $1,000, you can have it. Not only that, we'll buy the first round to fill it. Adam, this thing actually held 60 solo cups of beer. You're kind of muted.
It holds a.
I love the fact that you can read his lips as he says, "Am I?"
Oh, sorry. No, it probably one of the like a holder for like a Haas tool tool adapter or something like that.
That's exactly right.
So, yeah, it's all your CNC dies that holds those. Yep.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
So they've brought two of those in the past 2 years, and I'm proud of them for pivoting and realizing that, well, some amount of research had to go into figuring out that that'll hold a solo cup. Good for you, Jeffy. Proud of you. That's entrepreneurial spirit. And he says, wait until next year. That may be interesting. If you have an 120, cup holder, that might be excessive. Because then the only people you can really sell it to are the Jaspers.
Did you
it'll
see
hold like
post?
3 rounds.
They needed one back.
Put it on a motorized
That's what I heard.
Too.
Huh?
Put it on a motorized scooter.
Yeah, when you start bringing the shenanigans in like it happens at Bowling Green.
There you go.
They're gonna weld it to like a Segway.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna try and find somebody brave enough to be like a Paul Blart beer cop.
Make a little wagon and put it on the back of a hitch of a brass.
We need to get Cody's super smart. We need to get Cody involved with the robotics of it. That beer cart just goes from the Jasper side over, gets filled up, just put some money there, and it comes back to him.
Well, maybe we could can we steal part of the drivetrain for Jason's Tesla and make it maybe a 2-wheel drive and just like take half of it? And Cody, can you program that?
At least you can stay in the heat and you can charge it.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to touch the cart to like convince it that you were holding the steering wheel and actually directing it in the way it needed to go. Otherwise, the auto steer won't work, right?
Please place hands on steering wheel.
That's right. I've never ridden in a Tesla, but I'm told that warning and that alarm is loud.
Well, my daughter Hyundai Elantra does that. Our new Buick does the same thing. If it doesn't feel any movement on the steering wheel as a reactionary back to it, it'll beep at you and say to pay attention.
Hey, do the words new and Buick actually deserve to be in the same sentence? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, my Buick's cool.
Hey Cody, can we share what we did Saturday morning?
Yes, can we please?
Hey guys.
Yeah, go ahead, Laura.
Yes.
No.
Hey, who's that kid?
That is the $20 bill kid. Come here. Hey, don't be shy. This is Gage.
Hi, Gage.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Good. So.
Dude,
Hey,
Your aunt gave me $20 and said that that it was from you. That's awesome, buddy.
You know
I
how
owe
much
you
that
one.
$20 turns into? How much?
The number is
$400.
going to be amazing, whatever he says.
Yeah. Yeah. He's playing Lincoln Logs right now. It's important.
Well, go play with him. Let's see what he's building.
Let's see what we
Maybe
got.
maybe he's building JR's 4455. That'd be kind of killer. I'm not gonna lie.
We have bullpens going on right now. Yeah. I mean, here. Let me flip this around. So
Baker, that's not a bad idea, honestly. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, if you're still watching and paying attention to the comments, maybe weld like a 5-inch hook onto one side or the other. That way you can just like hang a rack of pretzels.
Ooh.
That might be a good idea.
With the cheese cup holders.
Oh man. God, who says design by committee doesn't work? Anyway, Cody, where you at?
Hold on, I'm trying to navigate to figure out where I got to go next.
No, you're
Hold on, recalculating.
We can wait. We can wait. I don't have to do it, but if we want to show, I'm not going to show both. I'll show one of what we're going to present to the Zankerts. But if you want to wait till Saturday and then I show it to them and then you put it up, I'll do whatever you want. This is on you.
Nope.
This is your creation, and if you want to wait, like I'm cool with it. But
no, I'm fine. I'm just trying to. I got two different lists of places I'm trying to go and try to navigate to between which ones I'm headed to next. So,
gotcha.
For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm field duty tonight for the snowstorm, and so I'll be running a graveyard shift and trying to get everything full of fuel. So
what I'm going to show you guys is it's Cody's idea. I helped him with it, but this is all on him, and he created this. It was his design. We did a couple different ones. He got together a couple of big posters that I'm going to present to the Zankerts on Saturday when I get down there. But this is one version of what we did very early Saturday morning at the base of the sand pile about, I don't know, what was it, Cody, like 7:30 in the morning.
yeah, got there about 6:30 and then started at 7:30 with everything, but kind of had this idea that light painting, for those of you that don't know, light painting is a long exposure to where you can see the light trails, and really hoping that Trevor is going to be there with us type of thing, and he wasn't. And I kind of want to do something special for the family, so I asked them to, if they were coming, to bring the tractor out, and had Ryan kind of coordinate some of that stuff, bring the tractor out. And so they did. They brought it out and asked them if we could bring it out. And I said, if any of the crew's there too and want to see this and participate type of thing, I was not expecting 20 of their family members or more to show up, but they did. I mean, they knew they're going to have a long day and everything, and 20 of them showed up. So, so Charles, Allie, and I went out there, and I asked them to help type of thing. And because it's not something you can really do easily by yourself. If you had plenty of time and could do stuff, you can. It's just you do a lot of running. So yeah, that's,
dude. Seriously, I roomed with you this weekend and you didn't freaking show me that one.
Yeah,
that's freaking beautiful. Nice work.
So red was one of his favorite colors. Ironically, we found out red was not his favorite color of tractor. So thought that was kind of funny and ironic. But Charles didn't know it. But when I asked him to help type of thing, I gave him the light wand, and I said, hey, you're gonna do the ribbon. And he says, well, I've never done this before. And I said, I've never done a ribbon either. So here you go. So it was kind of fun. He didn't know he was going to get thrown into doing something like that, but I had this idea of where you light paint the tractor and you light paint a ribbon and put it over top like that. So,
Oh yeah.
Got some. I was thankfully that on the third store that could get it printed off in time and to Charles to take to the family type of thing. There are 2 20 by 30 pictures headed their direction.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The second
Nice work.
The second one is a 3/4 view of the tractor, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw.
Yeah, Cody chose well. He did a great job producing these and producing them, and I'm excited to send them to the family. And it's not, I got nothing to do with it. Like, Cody made this happen. It was without him, this didn't exist, and so this is all credit to him.
Well,
Mark, Cam, do not type in the name of what you actually called that light wand.
Yeah, let's not.
Just saying.
But Fred had told me that Trevor never really hung his helmet on the hook on the other side of the tractor because no one ever see it. He'd always put it up front like that. So when the other picture gets posted, you'll understand why significance of the helmet on the front was significant. So, and you can see it a little bit in that photo, but not as well as the other one. So.
Yeah, well done, Cody. I appreciate you.
Very well done.
And coordinating with Travis from the facility and everything that it took to make this happen. Like, there was a lot of moving pieces to make this take place at Dark 30 on Saturday morning before anybody was doing nothing. We were in the building on the track at the base of the sand pile making this come together.
They don't care.
No,
they don't care.
Yeah. Well, and it's fine that they don't care, but that was one thing that, like, I called Clint and asked him if we're okay doing this. He says, I have no problem with it. Talk to Travis. And Travis, he was all, what do you need to help with and everything. So thank you. Shout out to Travis for all that too, because it's just, it makes everything go nice and smooth for stuff like this.
He made it happen. Like, we were asking him questions like, how do we come in? Where do we go for the light switches? How do we make sure no one turns this stuff back on on behind us and ruin a shot? Like, he was all over it as part of MEC. I mean, it was amazing. We could not have done it without the participation of Travis and the Michiana Event Center. Like, they participated in this happening. We just couldn't do it without them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that turned out really cool.
It was neat.
I still want to know who was banging on their tailgate or whatever while you guys were taking that picture, though.
Somebody had a tonneau cover and they bought a toolbox, and so they were trying to get the tonneau cover ice off and snow off so that they could roll up the tonneau cover to get the toolbox in there. And I said, I asked them if they had cheaper. I mean, they could have gone to the hardware store and bought cheaper weight, like sandbags, to go home with if they wanted extra weight in the truck. But they ended up buying a toolbox, so each their own.
All right. Well, I mean, for Jeff's sake, because theoretically they bought it from Jeff. We won't throw them under the bus, but good for you for not being distracted by the noise.
I honestly I never even heard any of that. I don't know what that was even about. Like, we had a singular focus and we got it done.
Now, the only reason I knew about it was because Jeff Capinos sent me a Snapchat early that morning. They were apparently there, and they were watching all of this, you and Cody and everybody work. And here in the back, someone's, banging on a tonneau cover and chipping off ice and all that. And they're like, the team's trying to take a picture, and here's this guy.
Well,
it was kind of funny.
The fun thing about a long exposure photo is there's no sound with it, so you can make all the
right, exactly.
You want to raise hell, go right ahead, as long as we're not distracted or jerking anything. Like, go ahead, raise hell. I don't care.
Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really like I said, I don't remember any of that. And Cody and I were pretty locked in on what our goal was and what we wanted to do, and open communication between us and trying to make it happen. And like I said, it was his idea. He made it happen. I just was a accessory. It's all him. Like, This is Cody's baby, and he did a great job executing a
That he did.
How was your day at school?
So
Well, what do you think, guys? Have we beaten this horse to death?
I got one more thing.
Let's hit it.
Let's
hear it.
I got to uphold my side of the bargain too.
Are you for real?
Yep.
You're freaking no way.
Why?
Really? Tonight? You're going to do it tonight?
Holy hell. Okay. So here's the thing that
Hold on.
It's happening.
here's the thing that none of us told you. Adam said that he would shave his beard for $5,000.
Not my beard, my head.
You're what?
My head.
No, I want the beard.
No.
All right. He said
after
So-
the Chiefs game. It's a playoff beard right now.
Oh, that's okay. Fair enough.
Man, Adam, you're going to be so cold out there pushing any kind of snow in the wind.
Right, with no beard and no hair on your head. Boy, that's going to suck.
I'm
Find out
freezing
how
my
cold
ass
it
off,
is.
bro. Do you sure you want to do this?
He's doing it.
He's doing it.
Care. Dude, I was bald 2 years ago. I didn't give a crap.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You were bald because you didn't have a freaking choice.
Yeah, but now I got to uphold my side of the bargain.
Now he has a choice and he wants to do it.
So let me throw some more on kerosene on the fire with this. Had Trevor Zankert made it to Shipshawana for $30,000, he was going to
shave his.
He was going to do it too.
Well, then I'm standing in the gap.
No, you're just being your own man, doing what needs to be done.
You're kind of being a badass is what you're doing.
You're kind of being a badass.
Game on.
Ready?
I love you, dude.
Let's go,
I love
mama.
you.
Told you I was going to do it.
I love you, dude.
well, and speaking of Trevor and stuff, I mean, you should also state who kind of helped give you two a weight reduction in hair while we were there.
Yes, Olivia Zankert,
Yes.
Trevor's sister. She did the deed, and I'm so thankful she did. And I think she enjoyed it probably more than I really wanted her to, but that's okay.
What?
There was one moment
The
that you didn't
Clippers
know this.
broke. You're going to have to go like that.
That would be amazing.
Charles, you don't know this. There was one moment that she took a whack off the top of your head, and she had an oh shit moment, and she just ran with it.
No way, really?
Yes.
No,
She
actually,
just
I did.
had an oh shit moment. All of a sudden, she's like, and then that was it. So,
I did know it because she's so modest. She's so modest and she's so quiet. And she was talking to me the whole time. She's like, "Is this okay? Is this okay?" Oh my god, I think I did this. It was fun, and to see the photos of her doing it and just laughing her ass off the whole time, it was so worth it. And I'm glad I did it, and I would totally do it again. I'm glad she did, and it's why I've kept it. I promised it to her that I would keep it for her brother's funeral this weekend, and that's my obligation to her. I was so thrilled that she did that.
I was too.
Yeah, it's not good.
Now that also being said, I was just mildly terrified when she looked at me wielding the clippers, and she says, "You trust me, right?"
After all the stories we heard about how she can't drive or whatever it was, and
right,
you're gonna let her do
exactly.
this. And what she chose to do with you, dude, that is so awesome. The reasoning behind it, unbelievable. Congratulations to you, Olivia. That was epic stuff.
Yeah,
and the other fun fact about that was she said, when Trevor was in and out, the last couple of days, but he made it very clear that she is not to drive his tractor.
I couldn't remember if you were there for that or not, Cody. That made me laugh so hard.
The sibling rivalry rage penetrated everything. She told me that too.
Yep.
So you probably would have that we weren't raising enough money.
So she asked when he was in the hospital, I think it was just before he left the hospital, she asked
He's holding his in.
just to try and kind of get a reaction out of him. She's like, "Can I drive the tractor?"
No.
And that's exactly what he said. Like, he didn't say anything for like hours. And then, "Can I drive the tractor?" No. And when she told me that and her dad was standing next to her, oh, Lord, I laughed so hard. That was amazing.
Yeah, I heard that story too, and that's on brand.
Yeah.
The funny thing about it is how strong and gentle and grateful that Trevor was about everything that was going on, but he still maintained that sense of humor about it.
Yes.
And Olivia, I can tell you with you already know this, but I can tell you with all sincerity, he didn't mean it. He was just he was being your brother and fucking with you.
Yeah, he was being a dick because that's what brothers do to little sisters.
That's what brothers
once in a while.
That's what brothers do. And I pray that I can be there the day that you do actually go in the seat of that thing. And I think you will. And I've got every confidence you're gonna rip it.
Charles, for the record, her uncle, I believe, was there at the time when he said that.
Yeah, Bob was there. Yep.
Yeah, and he told her, "Don't worry about it. You can drive mine."
Yeah. Yep.
So
it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to going down there this weekend, and hanging out there. We're gonna go to Bob's place and I'll present the posters that Cody's got for them. And just have a good time with the family. It's going to be a really good time. I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Adam, how you feeling out there? A little drafty?
You know.
I am not a professional.
Nothing a little bourbon can't take care of.
There you go.
Atta baby. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, let's see. I got some Maker's Mark 2023 limited edition BEP. And what was the first one?
All of it.
Yes.
I don't remember what it was. That's fine.
What was
Whiskey Thief? It was one of the barrels that I went down and tried.
Oh, no kidding. You went?
I picked it. Yeah, I picked it.
Oh.
Well, did I tell you what the one that I'm doing?
No.
So I'm actually, hopefully, we're buying at least a half a barrel, if not a full barrel, of bourbon, and we're gonna raffle. We're gonna sell the bottles for a ride for Roswell. And we're gonna make the.
We're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how much it's gonna be yet, but I'm
don't care.
Samples here, and I'm working with the one group, the one bourbon club that I'm in here in Buffalo, and we're gonna try and do it through them. So
yeah, you need to get a hold of us because we're in.
Don't worry, you guys are in.
Save at least 3 or 4 bottles.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna sell X amount, and I'm gonna save like 30 of them for different people and stuff like that, because not everybody, most of the people aren't in that group, so I need to sell some on my own too. Well, that one's got a lot of gray in it.
You have such a wonderful partner. She's
amazing.
Yeah.
So I haven't cut my hair since Jesse post wedding.
This is awesome. Like you two are amazing.
And she's doing it with tremendous flair too. That's awesome.
She's doing it with flair, but like there's like appreciation here. This is not meanness. There's like
So the last time she did something like this is
you sure you want to say this?
My 14th day after having chemo, all my hair was starting to fall out. So I'm like, well, how the hell are we? Because it's just like falls out in clumps. I'm like, we got to do something. So I had her go get a roll of duct tape, and we just friggin' used duct tape and got all the hair right out of my head.
It worked. Tell them how you knew your hair was falling out. The first clue your hair was falling out in the hospital.
If it worked, it wasn't dumb, right?
Shane Hunt, you're next. We're coming after your scalp.
100%.
You're next. Farm Machinery Show. Don't get within 10 meters of me because I'm coming after you.
And I'll bring clippers. And I guarantee you they'll work. Olivia proved it.
We get the numbers up where I'm coming after you. I don't care how far you can run.
You can't hide in Kentucky, Shane.
Yeah.
Or wherever you end up.
That's right.
Wyatt for the win.
I took mercy upon him only because it was cold as fuck and I left it at home.
Jeez.
That and it's mine, so it had to like. I'm not sure Shane was. I don't know. Shane's actually my family tartan, so it's mine. So like I kind of.
Oh, maybe she grabbed the pube ones. I don't know.
Oh my God! I didn't want to hear that. Ew. Tell you what, Terry,
they're not. They're brand new. I swear to God.
You make a donation. We will make her stop right now, and you can shave the rest of it with the cattle clippers. Now, I will also say this donation probably needs to be 4 digits. But if you really want to, I mean, we can make Adam ride this out. I mean, he looks pretty awesome with the, with whatever that is hanging off of the, left side of his forehead.
Oh man. Why is this guy the 4th member of Sidetracked as of tonight? Come on.
That is why.
Right there.
Yep.
Right there.
Well, I figured you guys weren't going to haze me, so I was going to haze myself. So.
No, you have no idea what's coming to you.
Good call by
Can't be any worse than this.
We're going to take you to Merle's Whiskey Kitchen, and we're going to feed you full of the most bottom shelf bourbon we can possibly do it. And we're going to take you on like karaoke night.
Oh, geez.
I hope you got a song picked.
I
Black, Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
I ain't gonna do shit to you. You've already lived it, dude. You've already earned your way. That's why you're here.
Yeah, but come on, can you imagine Adam singing karaoke at Merle's Whiskey Kitchen? That's worth the price of admission.
Well, if it sounds anything like me, it's going to sound like somebody microphoning into a damn wood chipper.
Get your hand down.
Yeah, buddy.
Get down.
I imagine it's going to be like 6 degrees here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking cold tomorrow, just like my head is.
Yeah, and my chin.
Well, birds of a feather.
Well,
amen.
So good point. Birds of a feather. Cody.
Yes.
Cody.
Oh, boy.
Where are you at, Vanderholm?
Get me down.
Just saying.
Stay down.
There's a lot of damn hair here.
Yeah, you apparently have grown a lot of hair back.
Jeez. The funny thing is that it came in black, and then it browned out, and now it's just there's a lot of gray.
Oh,
yeah, that happens.
That happens. That's
welcome to the club.
They call that distinguished.
Holy shit.
Yes.
That's distinguished.
Indeed. I believe the book of Proverbs in the Bible actually even refers to that as a distinguishing feature. Gray hair.
I'm like 10 degrees cooler right now. I like
I'll bet.
I look like a moron, Terry Benson. I look like a moron.
We'll get the rest later.
I think it looks good.
Missy, you did good. Thank you.
Adam, you are a fucking stud.
Yeah, 100%.
You're a fucking stud.
I'm back.
Victor, you better.
Yeah.
All right. Adam, look at the screen. You've got 2 minutes to roast him any way you want.
Baker?
Yeah.
Oh,
Seems like he's been getting awful mouthy with you donating hair for a cause. He's gotten awful mouthy. I think he deserves a little shot of his own.
I mean, after I don't got anything right now.
Put your hair where your mouth
Yeah,
is.
yes, we do. You are going to throw down some money.
Wins.
You're going to throw down some money for Ball for Bucks or Ride for Roswell. I don't care how you get
There you
there,
go.
but just pony up the cash. I don't care if it's $5, $10, or $2,000. Make it happen because that's what we're about. That's what we're doing.
I'm registering tomorrow for Ride for Roswell.
Yep.
So
Are you really?
I'm
Yep.
in.
I'll do the 20-mile route. What are you doing?
Hey, when-
She's styling it.
That's fucking badass.
That's amazing.
You don't even have to take a shower, dude. That's incredible. When is the ride? When is the actual ride? Right?
June 22nd.
June 22nd. Let's see.
So I'll be doing the 20-mile ride again. We wanted to do the Canadian ride, but I'm gonna try. They do a Peloton ride the night before, so they have a big big dinner for all the riders, and then they announce how much and stuff like that, and then they have like a big procession that like a parade. So, and then the Peloton riders ride from Roswell, and they put like all their survivors' names on the road. You might have seen me with a photo because my name was on the road last year as a survivor. So then they ride from the hospital to the University of Buffalo, which is, I believe, 13 miles, I think, and then they lead the parade after that. So it's really cool. Just a real touching moment. It brings everything. For me, it was full circle because the first year I went there, I couldn't ride because I wasn't in any condition to ride. The second year I rode because I was a survivor, and now we're doing this and we're helping people. So it's kind of like, it just, for me, it's really came full circle, and it's just been so cool with everybody's help. And to be for Roswell Park, the place that helped me out, to be the recipient of this year's Winternationals was absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, it's just amazing. So
that weekend, the event is, I want to ride in it. I can't. I will be the announcer at the uphill semi races in Thompson, Ohio, at Coonley Park. So here's what I'm going to do.
You can ride your own way. You can join our team,
yes,
and you can ride your 20 miles or however might log it, raise your money, and you're still a team member.
Yep. I'm going to take everything that what I'm paid to do that show, I'm donating it to this.
Cool,
it's
man.
Going to that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Charles, I know how you could get your 20 miles. Ride shotgun, get drivers to pay for it. Plus, dude, how much fun would that be?
Yes, and there's rule changes imminent because of things.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Are there Wednesday test passes? Can we do a Wednesday test pass?
Yeah. If it's on the cab over, you first. Yeah, exactly.
I'll wear a cup. How's that?
Exactly. So we've got to do some. I've been able to be a part of some really cool ass shit, but yeah, we've got to be responsible. Anyway, no, that's another story.
Damn it, that's no fun.
I like this.
It's awesome, dude. You look good.
My barber would never do it. I'm not doing that. I'm like, that's all I friggin' wanted.
You can fucking rock it, dude. You got it.
Yeah, at least I have like a.
Shut up, Hyatt.
His stocking cap will fit perfect tomorrow.
Perfect. It'll fit
Bingo.
better now,
I'll tell you what. The day 3 stubble friction is amazing.
Yes, it will hold that shit in place.
300 miles an hour wind, it'll stay on your head.
Yeah.
And better than Velcro, Charles.
Oh, she's getting Ladywood. sorry, Ken. I gauge or I believe. Don't repeat that.
Oh no! Repeat that like every chance you get.
This boy's got
That
three
was amazing.
sisters. He's heard just about everything. So he's good.
That was funny.
Yeah. So I told you I was going to do it.
You did. You did.
You're a badass,
You
man.
surprised me. I surprised you.
All for good reasons, and
Well worth it, man.
Love it. I'm so glad we teamed up with you, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
we don't get to see each other other than a couple. Well, at the time, it was one event a year.
Yep.
And now, I don't know if I'll ever make it back there just because of interaction and stuff like that. But
Don't sweat that. We will come to you. Like we're gonna,
Mhm.
You're in. You're in.
We'll figure something out.
I've already stated that Keystone is going to be on the list at some point.
Keystone's a great pull. And if you like blue tractors, that's the place to
That's where you go to see them.
Oh my, there is so freaking and I mean, I'm diehard blue. I mean, blue and a D21. Those are my, 9600 D21. Those are my tractors. But yeah, if you like blue tractors, that's the freaking place to go. I'll tell you that much right now. Foresters and Tom Street and everything, they do a hell of a job out there. Put on a great show. I did see that MySex posted that the Superstock class was already full.
Yes, it was.
Which
Yes,
is like
wow,
unheard of for that poll. So that's huge for that already. So I know they did do away with the Pro Stock class. A bunch of Pro Stock guys weren't too thrilled with that, but on the other hand, the Superstock class is full already. So that's awesome. So yeah. Definitely Keystone's a great poll to go to. Went there for many, many, many years. So, yeah.
Whenever we have our organizational meeting for our Winternationals, it is that weekend, and we watch the Keystone Bowl here in the garage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cheer them on.
Yeah.
Super stock list for this year is Foresters Airborne, MySix High Hopes, Bedgar's The Patriot, Henry Evern's Final Decision, First Standard with Determination and Determination 3, the 6-shooter Kevin Windsor, Mark Bradish M80, the Kryptonite of Oldens, Urmson's Eyesore 2, and Forced Decision of Henry Everman, and the Overruled of David Everman. So you got Diesel and Alcohol.
Yep.
Going straight up against each other. That's a really good class.
I think there's, well, I think Olden's, that's going to be the first year run on that tractor.
Yeah, I think it's the new one.
Really?
That just got done out of Ace Chassis.
That's the new one.
Yeah. And then M80, they just redid a bunch of stuff on that. They went back to 3 chargers. They took the 4th one off, and they went back to 3. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Going back to 3, if you watched the thing with Travis about the farm machine or Bowling Green, the decision to go 3 charger with Diesel Super and what they did, and he talked a lot with Ross's about that, and everybody, like he said, in the actually didn't actually make the final cut. It was in the preview. Everybody thought they were stupid. Nope, not at all.
No, I mean, it's awesome. They're ticking time bombs, and I freaking love them.
I do too. SS is
and I love the people that are doing them. Every freaking one of them are amazing.
Anybody who runs a super stock is top shelf in this room. Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, going back to like when Travis ran at Wardyville.
Yeah. I commented.
I
on
didn't
that.
even know you were there. We didn't know each other. I was there.
We didn't. I was there. I was on the starting line with Andrew. It was like 2015. I was down the starting line with Andrew and a bunch of friends, and
Probably passed you guys in the hall hundreds of times.
Probably did.
You
And
know?
I remember. So I remember telling Tanya this at the time, like, she had never seen a super stock before. I said, watch this. And holy shit, jaws on the floor.
Yeah.
What he did.
Yep. It's amazing. Just
So
geez.
that brings up another point that if people interact with us online, social media, and all that stuff, but we've never really met in person or whatever, come find us at polls because we'd really like to say hi. Other than finding a video of you posted a video right behind me, and it was like, I didn't know you were there. I wish you would have told me, and I would have said hi. So so that happened from Ship. So let me know. Come up and find us because we would like to meet you if we're interacting with you online. Because we don't always get to see faces type of thing. So
I promise I don't bite, and like I don't know. Sometimes it feels like there's "fuck you" tattooed on my forehead, but that's really not me. I promise I'm not that guy. So, come up and say hi. I like seeing you guys.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, one of the coolest things about being a photographer, being down on the track, is getting a chance to talk to all the people, and year after year going back and seeing the exact same people. But one of the things that I like to do if I'm going to be at a poll for a real long time is I'll ask a bunch of the locals where's a good local place to go and eat and support the local restaurants and stuff like that around. And I'll tell you what, I've never been steered wrong. I mean, go to these little towns around the middle of nowhere, but you little corner tavern, little corner bar or something like that. It's pretty freaking crazy. So
I didn't know that about you, Terry. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean this is how we know we're doing it right.
Yep.
Right here.
Get good feedback from people who went through.
I mean, that's how we know we're doing it right. It just, we're nobody likes to talk about it. People hear the C word and they shy away from it. But I'll tell you what, we need to bring it to light, and we're going to make a damn difference, whether people like it or not.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we already have made a difference.
We're coming for you, and not in a bad sense. We're coming for you because we want your stories.
Yeah.
Because it helps us advance the narrative and do some good.
I mean, when me and Charles were talking on the phone, I said, if we can make a difference for one person,
yes,
then all this was worth it. But I don't see it as being one person. I see we're going to make a difference for thousands. I mean, and if my struggle, if what I got to go through is to help one person out, then my struggle was worth it.
Yes, it was.
And that's it sucks what I have to go through. It sucks what Ryan had to go through. It sucks what so many other friggin' people have had to go through. But you can either sit there and not do a damn thing about it, or you can sit there, make the best of your situation, and do your best to make sure that nobody else has to do this.
And I think there's a testament to that too, Adam. It's put forth a positive attitude, and there's going to be positive things coming out. It sucks, and it runs in my family. I mean, my dad died of cancer, lymphoma cancer, when 62. He's almost 63 years old. So, and I hear about 7 years ago, I was one of 17 people that didn't die from gramoxone poisoning one year in the world. So I spent 5 days in Barnes, and that'll wake you up pretty rapidly. But, odds are that I'm probably going to get cancer. That kind of accelerated my chances because of the paraquat. But, you just got to have a positive attitude towards it. You well know that because you have I didn't know you then, but you got a positive attitude about it now. But that'll carry you through some of the most toughest times in your life, is just looking at it from a positive outlook. So,
yeah,
and that helps a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, one of the hardest things was that watching that chemo drip down that line.
Oh, I bet.
Closer and closer to the IV is like, dude, when it hits my heart or my brain, it's like, am I gonna make, because I mean, I had my life away for everything.
You really don't know.
I mean, it's you see the face of God real quick when when that happens, and it's like
shit is about to hit the fan.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's not something that everybody wants to talk about, but it's
but we're going to, because it does matter.
Yeah. Jason actually just put up there. We raised or they raised $32,660 and at the Midwest Winternationals this year. Is this like the most ever, or it's got to be up there?
We raised, what was it, Clint? If you're still on there was something we raised one year. It was up.
1 year we went to 78,000.
Right.
That had to be Adam, right?
No.
The Adam Beal year?
I think that's whenever we had the swing sets and Don Swama and Hunky went crazy.
It went crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome when Don goes crazy.
Yeah. Well, he's went crazy on my signs before. Like our live auctions. I mean, all of a sudden you'll get a, Hillsborough charity. I was like, what the heck here?
What I would like us to do, and going forward, is this is a conversation that Amy Jo and I had this weekend. We're going to get a 501(c) set up. We're going to do this going forward, kind of be a little bit more proactive and manage it in a proper way. I would like to get to where we sort of say for 2025, okay, there's a lot of unknowns. We don't know exactly where we're pulling, but let's declare what we're going to do right now and start front loading it and planning it. We'll have a landing site, and it's not like everything we did this year was great. It was a lot of effort, but if we can front load it, I look at what the antique guys do with St. Jude's at Tunica every year. I'm not suggesting we enlist people to actually create a pulling tractor to give away every year. That's how they manage to come up with giving $125,000 every year or thereabouts. But we can do more. We can do better. We're going to organize ourselves a little better and really try to come up with something. I don't know what the next year's charity is going to be, but we're going to come up with something that's a universal place and a landing place to make this happen. And we don't have to wait until it's time for the event to declare it and try to fundraise. We can front load it and do better. And I think actually the way this year has worked out with the importance that everybody's placed upon it, we're not done on the backside either. We're going to explore what our sunset clauses are on our windows and individually look at doing more to continue to support Roswell Park into the deep summer, and then look at what 2025 looks like with what that charity is going to be. So I think there's still work to be done, and there's going to be a lot more work to be done for 2025.
Yeah, that's for darn sure. This is just the beginning. I mean,
I don't think there's any mystery what toy we're going to have next year.
I don't either. I agree with you on that. Tried to get it done in time, we couldn't.
Joe and I discussed a little bit. I don't think there's any mystery what toy we're going to have to give Justin a new challenge, how to build a classic modified. Pretty sure he can do it.
Yep,
he can make it happen.
Yeah.
He's kind of good like that.
He's a talented little feller.
I offered
Yes,
it.
he is.
With a week to go, I contacted him and I offered him everything. Like I was like, I don't care what it costs. I'll give you. I don't care if it's $2,000. I don't give a shit. Like, can we make this happen? And he's like, I'm good, but I'm not American worker. He's right. He's right. But yeah, I think we know.
Yeah. Like I said, I am gonna register tomorrow for that, so we can start going whichever for that, and we'll talk more about everything else as well. So, thanks, Jason, for another donation.
Go Clippy.
Yeah, Clippy, you're the man.
Unbelievable. I mean that.
Thanks, Clippy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're choking us all up, dude.
I got nothing, it's like, what the heck?
Choking us all up.
I mean, like I said, that's when you know that you're making a difference. I mean, and everybody out there that donated is making a huge difference. And yeah, I never dreamed in a million years of being an ambassador to do this, but it definitely seems like it's a calling on my life to do that. And I don't know. I got nothing. I mean, being goofy and chopping your hair off and doing all this crazy stuff. On the grand scheme of things, we're making a difference. But
go ahead, Clint.
It's crazy. I don't know.
What I was going to say is that you, me, Ryan, Cody, we're always the guys behind the lens or behind a microphone. We're the ones that are putting the spotlight on other people. It's really uncomfortable to step out from being behind something and shining the light on everybody else and making them look good, because that's our job.
Yeah.
And making it, we're not making it about ourselves. That's not really what it is. But to be front and center about something, it's deeply uncomfortable. But to do it for a cause such as this, it's not easy. I'm going to speak for myself. It's not easy. I don't enjoy necessarily getting a mohawk. I was enthusiastic about it because I knew what it meant. But is it easy for me to do that? No. Like I'm not. It's not about me. I'm meant to be behind the scenes, highlighting everybody else and what they do, and the professionalism and the spectacle and the great passes and everything that happens out on the racetrack. It's about you guys. It's not about me. I'm not the show. And so it's deeply uncomfortable to put myself in that role. But if it means that I can do something that benefits other people, I embrace that, and I'm fine with it. And I'm willing to put myself out there and do that and keep it for a week, if it meant something to some people I care about. So that's something that we all struggle with. As people who are presenting this show, like we comment a lot about what the world is, but we're never the centerpiece, and that's the problem that we face. And in the case of both Ryan and Adam, they're people who have been a part of this in their personal lives, in what they've experienced, but they still don't want to be front and center about it. It's never the role that any of us have cast ourselves in. So just know that this is really coming from a genuine place. We really do give a shit. We wouldn't do it if we really wouldn't.
Well, we've been doing it for 19 years. First year we didn't have any charity really we worked with. But it was for 19 years we've been doing this for, causes and people. And I don't see any reason why it should get bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, I don't either.
Which is just what you guys did, and we really concentrated this 3 months. We concentrated 12 months. Look out what can happen.
Yep.
And Joe and I talk, frequently, and sometimes Joe and I get distracted with all the work we got to do, and it's really great that we got you guys that focus on every minute, because Joe and I are trying to figure out how to squeeze 7 tractors in a spot that only 5 will hold in our day-to-day work to make this event happen. But having you guys that concentrate on this 100% means the world to us, because
Absolutely.
we just can't.
We're happy to take it on.
100%.
And we can't thank you enough, because in the days after the event, we had an amazing event, and then to deal with some of the stuff that I've dealt with in the office this week, I was like, listen, let's just enjoy what we did, and we'll make things better for everybody next year. Just hang tight with us. We're trying. There's not a bitter bone in any of us, and let's just enjoy the event. Let's enjoy what we did, and let's work together to make next year better. Is my focus, and we're having a little celebration party here Saturday. A lot of the guys that work for me are coming up and visiting, and Brooke and I open our home up to thank everybody who can come. We'll thank them again this weekend. But without the army of the blue shirts, I guess is what we put on everybody's back this week. This event, people have asked me, will you sell them? I was like, no, that's a badge of honor.
Yep.
That you wear that sweatshirt, and I encourage everybody to wear them, and wear them in this, the summer it gets cold, wear them. Somebody comes up and talks to you about the event, explain to them what we do, and explain to them why we do it, and make this event bigger and bigger and bigger every year. We celebrated our 20th anniversary. We did some good stuff, and I'm proud of them. But we're not done, and we'll keep marching forward and make every year better and meaner and bigger. So I just thank you guys for concentrating on this charity. We haven't had that in the past, and you guys have really went above and beyond with the help of Charles, Ryan, Adam, and Cody. You guys made this all happen, and we thank you for it. Not many guys, not very many promoters, look at it the way we do. It's not a distraction. It's part of it. And thank you guys for that.
We got your back, and we want to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Happy to help.
Yep. We want to do it.
Yeah.
Now, that said, somebody else needs to step up next year.
Yeah.
Beard, hair, I don't care what. Charles and I have earned a break.
Well, you've expected.
Wait. Well, hold on. Did Cody just unmute and laugh?
No, I did.
Oh,
I laughed.
I don't care. I'm throwing him under the bus. Cody, you're next.
It's been expected now. I've done the beard, I've done the bald head, I've done the mohawk, and I will promote the crap out of anything anybody wants to do, but it's somebody else's turn.
Man, you guys are sitting there drinking bourbon, and I'm still working, so I've been out freezing my ass off, filling skid loaders and wheel loaders. So
you're sitting in your heated seat with heated steering wheel and your Corrosion 9000, and you're
in the Corrosionator 9000. Tillman makes a great suggestion here.
Freezing my ass off, filling up equipment here because all them guys just sitting there skids and stuff. I'm like, oh, the fuel guy's here. Oh, nice. I'll just back up to him and I'll sit inside the worm cab.
Cody, you got a year's worth of reprieve.
Oh boy.
I what?
Well, all right, I'll give him one. I'll give him 1 year's as I'll give
1
him
year.
I said if we get to
1 year
50, I said if we get to 50, I said if we get to 50, the chin will go, but the mustache is staying.
1 year sentence suspended.
No, that doesn't work.
1 year suspended.
You got yours
1
left
year
as a Fu Manchu, so
You shut your mouth. Tillman made a great suggestion. He volunteered Wyatt. I'm not sure what Wyatt's going to shave. I'm not going to ask him now, but at some point in time.
Do we really want to know this? Like, can we?
No, we don't.
PG-rated?
And we don't want before and after pictures either.
No, don't ask, Joe.
Probably not.
But I feel like Wyatt's been volunteered.
Miles Krieger, you seem to be mildly annoyed at your silvering mane, just as I am. So maybe you become the next victim at the Midwest Winternationals barbershop.
Not gonna lie, I really like what you did with that whole, Midwest Winternational barbershop thing.
It's expensive.
I was trying to figure out how to say that, but
it's expensive.
You did a good job.
But you really make things happen when you buy there.
Yeah, Moose says he'll step up. Let's see what we can do.
Good things for next year. Great year this year. All credit to Clint and the team he's assembled. The things that we pulled off this weekend. No sled resets. Great job by Brandon.
How amazing was that? Yeah.
Really didn't get exciting until Saturday night, where guys were starting to lean on their stuff, and the breakage we had was minor. We didn't toss any motors. We didn't put any engine parts outside the block. It was safe. It was successful. It was competitive. It was earned. Guys found out what a Tucker tracker was. The 300-foot dyno was in full effect, and really enjoyed every piece of it. And the team that I got to be a part of, I'm blessed that I got to. Couldn't ask a bigger thank you than to Clint and to Joe and everybody else who's behind this thing for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of this thing. It's just so cool. I had an absolute riot being a part of it.
Like we said it before, we're like a whole bunch of spokes inside of a big old wheel, and it takes every one of them spokes to support and carry the load of that show. So you guys are part of that too, and we do appreciate it.
Anybody got anything else before we stick a fork in this one? We're way past our time commit with everybody.
Yeah, Adam brings up a good point. And we saw this somewhere in the comments where I posted the article.
Probably true. Is
that accurate?
Yeah.
Probably.
Joe, Tucker, Laura?
2:30 is our goal. We don't want it to be any slower. So I think wasn't it Laura Friday? Was it Friday afternoon show or it was Saturday afternoon? I don't remember. The average was about 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
I believe it. There was times, we had them. We were fast, and I felt like I was slow at times. Trying to pull the one-arm bandit gang, but
because Carl.
Yeah, because of Carl.
Carl.
I know. But, Shane was sitting there timing for a little bit, and he said we were down, 2:30, 2:15, pretty normal there for a while.
Wow.
There were numerous times where we would have a situation, and I'd go off into the corner, the northeast corner, to get the story on what happened with a particular run. And I'm used to getting that story and coming back before the next tractor. It never happened. I never got back with what the story was before the next one came down. I had to wait every single time. They were that fast.
And I know Jesse made the comment, and when they're moving this fast, it's hard for him to post the results for Adam to see on the other end of the interweb. So He noticed it as well.
Yeah, because I've got, Cole's taking them off the end, and we had the guy Daryl did a fantastic job. He pulled him out to the outside to me, and I'm waiting on him down there at the saw barn. And I back outside, and it was tough. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to get them guys put where they needed to go and get them parked. And then every single time, by the time I come back out there sat another tractor. It just, and if I got a little hiccup in the building, then I'd have 2 tractors out there. Then there would be
impressive.
and then there would be 4, and the whole time I'm just going back and forth. So, you're spitting them through. There was no pee breaks that day.
No.
Sure.
Is that your way of asking for depends for next year? I mean, we're here to make you comfortable, Joe.
No. After 21 years of driving a truck, that was called piss management practices, is what that was.
BMP, perfect.
Yeah.
Fago bottles lined up in a floorboard, and he's good.
Oh God, let's talk about too much detail.
I did not go there. Laura, how many dogs do you have?
Just 2.
Oh, this
nice deflection, buddy.
Yeah. Well, okay. So in the house total, there's actually 7.
Jeez. Crazy
But-
dog lady.
Good Lord.
No, well, I mean, I live with my brother and his family, so I have my 2, the Red Heeler and the Corgi, and then we have a Saint Bernard, a Chocolate Lab, a Border Collie, a Corgi Oopsie. We think he's Corgi Beagle, and then we have a Boyganese. And this time of year, they're
what?
A Boyganese. It's a cross between a poodle and a German Shorthair. It's a bird dog that
Man,
originated out of South
Between all that
Carolina.
shit, is there a carousel in the garage? I mean, what else is next?
Good
I was
Lord.
just there's no discrimination in that household.
No, there's not.
Well,
When he said Borganese, I thought it was one of the Borg off of Star Trek.
no. Look, they're kind of cool. So this one came out of Idaho. My brother got him when he was out there guiding.
Sounds like some of your dogs are Idahos.
So
Smart like potato.
Yeah.
We knew that was coming, right? From one of us?
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Idaho.
No,
All right. I've been like 2 hours, speaking of cancer, I've been 2 hours and 55 minutes without a Marlboro Red or a beer.
It's amazing you haven't used more expletives.
I've been in corporate training today to be a better person, so I'm trying to practice.
Well, at least
Clearly it has worked.
Yeah. I'm actually tired of sort of a regiment in this training was their idea, and I understand it now, but we met downstairs at the motel at 5:30 this morning, and
nope, ain't gonna happen.
We went off site to a gym and did a workout routine for an hour.
You did a workout for an hour?
A week after freaking Shipshewana, and I'm down there. I'm like, you guys, this is not a good idea. I said, I'm still nursing my cramps from sitting in that tractor all them hours up there, and now I'm doing a workout. I'm like, I asked, what kind of workout was this? And they said that was a kickboxing workout.
Oh God!
How well can you do ducking versus a 5 kilogram weight flying at your head at 45 miles an hour because Joe got enough through it?
Yeah. That's
Joe works out, and I hang out with Caleb.
What would he say, Charles? Ready to stick a fork in this one? I think we've kind of we've covered this from pretty much top to bottom.
We have, indeed, we have. We've covered everything. We're good. We'll be back next week. We're not going to take a week off. We're going to be back next week. We've got a few people that we want to engage with and talk about the fan side of what they saw.
100%.
Absolutely.
just get their raw opinion. Actually, it won't be that raw because it'll have been 2 weeks by the time we get to them. But I think they're gonna have good things to say, and we wouldn't engage with them otherwise because I control this show and I'll decide who gets on it, motherfuckers.
Hey.
Anyway,
all right. I know we've talked about this before, but our raffle tractor winner, we're going to reach out to him.
Yes.
And we might reach out to a veritable book full of knowledge of Wisconsin pulling history and a pair of
they have history there?
Maybe. Allegedly. And Charles, this just in, maybe a pair of Midwest Winternationals regulars who we have known and potentially taken shots of Fireball with every single year, except for this year because I was a dick and I didn't get back in the pits in time.
That narrows the list down to Bunkelman and who?
Colton. It turns out that the Bunkelmans and Colton are pretty much, they live within a 10-minute drive of our raffle tractor winner.
I like it.
They're going to try and help us get him on the show. I just need to coordinate with them after the show. So, yeah.
Not tonight after the show because
no, we're not doing an after hours with none of that.
We're pretty good. Like we're proactive. Like we actually do produce these shows. We just don't do it at what the fuck 11:28 Eastern, 29 Eastern. No,
good Lord. Yeah, we've been alive for damn near 3 hours. It's time for us to all hang it up and go home.
It's bad enough. I'm going to pull the cord on this grenade, and then I have to download it and then put it in the RSS feed before I go to bed.
Right.
Hey, welcome to the glamorous life of a producer. Oh, it's so fucking awesome. No,
it's so much rock and roll and punk rock. Shout out to Shane and Wyatt. They're really kicking ass with the Motorsports Almanac. If you're not following them, give them a follow. Those guys are really doing good stuff.
Yeah, and thank you because I volunteered you that this show is going to go to your page tonight. Sorry.
What? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, we do what we can. So.
I'm out, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you,
Joe. Till next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Laura, heal up. Carl,
I will.
go to bed.
See ya.
Bye, guys.